Best not miss. Shout out to my day ones and my stay ones definitely in the building. We've been going through a little something, people. Some of you won't believe what I'm about to tell you. Some of you won't. My car got stolen again. What do they say? West Side. Y'all talk about these beaches and these women and these opportunities, but let's talk about that. Same car 4 months ago. Same car 4 months ago. But you know what it is? We cannot be stopped. We cannot be stopped. Tagged Up is definitely in this situation, rocking out with us. Where my, okay, there he is. AJ definitely in this situation. Ruth. You know what? We might as well get this thing going. Listen, but I'm going to say this. We do have a crazy show. It's not crazy. It's actually pretty dope. It's pretty deep, right? I think oftentimes we get caught up. I told you guys, I've had this dating thing figured out a long time ago. Whoa. Oh, I thought that was somebody trying to have my picture up there somewhere. But listen, I told you guys, I've had this dating thing figured out a long time ago. Long time ago. I think this about the dating game. It gets complicated to those of us who don't want to acknowledge how brutal it can be. How real it can be. Those are the people who choose not to look at things that are actually the answer to what they're either going through or what they may be about to go through. Those are the people who desire to not see the unpleasant things of life, right? But if you really, I'm a bit of an a-hole. You guys know this, right? It's crazy when I've been gone too long. I kind of be, you know what I mean, missing rocking with my people. Like, seriously, right? Uh-oh, let's go. We got This is not the first time that this has done this. What the fuck is up? People, they're doing us dirtball on TikTok. I don't know what's going on. They won't even watch. Let's see if this works. Okay, there it is. But listen, this is what I tell you guys. And it goes back to even what we say about women, like how women, you know, and I'm not even going to just say women. You could, because men do it too. That's why certain men, well, certain soft males will lock in with the, listen, you guys got to rock with me for just 1 second. I just need to, because it's getting a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's not just women. Men just don't do it as often. But you know, when you rock in with somebody, you knew you shouldn't have been rocking in with this person. You've even had associates that you guys share who told you about that person. The reason that people still get bamboozled, even when they knew better, is because you didn't want to admit that the unbearable, harsh truth could come knocking on your door. You wanted to believe he fine, girl, and his money is straight. Packing. Leaves me like this when he gets done. Girl, you made yourself believe that he'd never touch another woman but you. And it's not the same with men. It's not the same with men because there are some men who do that, but we call those men soft males. What we mean by that is this. There's a portion of men who will marry a stripper. A portion. It's not a large number, though. The average man, there's a reason that we won't marry a stripper. Because we can see the harsh truth behind it. She's going to play me. There's times where she's going to say, I'm not off yet, baby. And she's been off for 30 minutes, but that man needs one more pump to get in. Right? I'm the type who it's difficult to play me because I am ready, willing. I am ready and willing to acknowledge the things that I see in front of me that may not play out in my benefit, that may not work out in my favor. But that's why I'm easily to get up out of here. I'm not going to convince myself that I'm not seeing signs that my woman may be doing something. Right? And that's what we're talking about today, people. What we're talking about today is I'm going to tell you guys something that you don't want to hear. Turbulence, people. A woman's actual loyalty inside of a relationship is directly proportional to the proximity of her man's leadership. The further away that a woman gets from her man, his leadership, his supervision, the easier it becomes for her to break and succumb to temptations and advancements that have been brought her way. The overwhelming majority of women will go. The overwhelming majority of women will go. And it will come in the most diabolical form. It will come in the form of somebody you never thought would, right? And here's the crazy part about it. That person that you never thought would do this and that, what really rocks you is what she did. She used to tell you, I just don't like the way my stomach looks. All of that stuff. I don't like standing up when the light is on and this and that because, I've had babies and this and that. You would have never thought that woman would have been giving this man top in the affair, giving him top and all of these things. What I'm telling you is there is no such thing as a good woman outside of her direct connection to a man. There's a seed inside of her. A woman can be there are some exceptional women. I call these women glitches. I call them glitches. What I mean when I say glitches, there are some women that due to how they were raised or due to their geographical location that they were raised in, there's a few women who fall through the cracks and they're able to escape their nature. What do you think that I mean when I say escape their nature? Well, the nature of a woman is bad. Eve. Right? I allow anyone to come up here and challenge me. Look at what we have seen. Listen, a woman was created for a man. She wasn't created for leadership. Look how they perform when they're outside the supervision and the leadership of men. It's diabolical. They can't even tell who the father of their children are. They go nuts. They go nuts. Right? And this isn't a show to bash the women. This is not a show to bash the women. What I'm letting you guys know is what you've been taught women are. It's not true. I want you guys to pay attention to this part. Have you guys ever noticed, I'm over here all out of pocket. Have you guys ever noticed that we were never, think about this. Think about this now, because we're about to get loose with this thing. Think about this. All of the amazing thing that we heard, all of the amazing things that we heard about our grandmothers, how strong of women that they were, how they held these households down, how they took nothing and made a meal for a family of 9, how even to this day, the very thought of them that comes to our mind can incite a tear, right? Have you ever thought about why we heard about how amazing these women were, but no one ever told us that they were giving head to the next door neighbor when your grandfather was at work? Let's talk about it. You think your grandmothers never gave anyone head? You think your grandmothers never cheated? You think your grandmothers never got blasted raw? Your grandmother, right? We don't know who all did it, but we do know this. It had to be a reality for there to be sayings way back in the day. Daddy's maybe, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. That means there was something taking place even then, right? A saying that big to become folklore, that means it wasn't just happening in Georgia. That means they were throwing down. Now, my point is this. We were branded. No, they were branded in our eyes. We were only taught the good things about them. That's why so many men are getting played today, because of what our programming. And this isn't a shot at the women. We're just talking. Grown folk talk, right? Grown folks. We've been talking about the men, so the only thing is men don't really deny it when I pull their coattails, right? If we know that there are instances where our grandmothers were sucking cock and our great-grandmothers were sucking cock, getting hit in the butt, turbulence, people. If you're not familiar with this show, you should be by now. You should be by now. This is how we go. We tell the truth at any cost. You'll never catch me saying my mom is the most beautiful woman in the world. You'll never catch me saying my daughter is the most beautiful daughter in the world. No, we don't tell those damn lies up here. We get to the bottom of it so we can get better. I was a lying, stinking cheat to an amazing woman. So what? The truth doesn't bother me to say it. It's just what it is. I wasn't always the best father that I could be. I thought I was, but I was operating inside of error for some of those times till I figured out how to be a better father. Now, why did I put myself on blast like that? To let you know, the truth even applies to me. We don't edit the truth up here. We get all the way down, right? Now, back to what I was saying. That's the problem that we have today. For so long, grannies and women, period, were branded as amazing women that we should just give our lives for. No one talked about the other parts. I've told people this over and over and over. Outside of a woman's connection to a man, she is of no significant value on this planet. Why? Because when she strays too far away from men and the supervision of a man, look what happens. The unthinkable happens. Another man gets to nut in you. Not only did you cheat, you let him nut in you. Let's take this a step further. Turbulence, people. And when you cheated on me, you sucked his cock and swallowed the nut. Here's the crazy part. In our heads right now, because of how graphic I just got, we could say, that's crazy. Listen to him. But guess what else we could say? We know it has taken place. So if it has taken place, and we know it has, our grandmothers and our great-grandmothers, if that has taken place, then that means it was being hidden from us and we were being taught wrong. That's why it's so easy for men to get played today, because of what we were taught about a woman. We were taught, even in cartoons, cartoons never portrayed these women as somebody we had to watch out for. In Tom and Jerry and these shows right here, there'd be a puddle and the cat would lay his coat down over the puddle so the female cat could walk over it. It's all we were taught. And that's why so many men weren't prepared for that was happening when the women were good women. Lord God up in heaven above, nobody told us about modern women. Nobody told us about modern women. People, we have been lied to. Listen, even you ladies, you've been lied to. You guys can't uphold what the women we saw. You can't uphold the etiquette and the values of a traditional woman. Look how hard it is for so many of you. You've had trains ran on you. I'm not making fun of you for that. I'm not making fun of you. I'm telling you that we were all lied to. We were all lied to. And if we concede to the fact that we were all lied to, then it could make some room for the women who are kind of failing today, could make some room for it to be a little bit more understanding. It's wrong, but it could be. We taught them, our grandmothers and this 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 and this. And because the women today, behavior is so far away from our grandmothers, we look at them like trash. It's because nobody told them what our grandmothers was really doing. Green-eyed beauty.
Hey, are you?
Listen, I'm right now, as you asked me, I'm trying to figure out any way that my life could get any better, and I haven't come up with anything. Right?
Okay.
Tell me how you feeling.
Do I feel? Oh, I'm happy. I'm living life.
That's what I'm talking about. Tell me what I have wrong.
I can't hear you.
Tell me what I have wrong.
What do you have? I don't know what's wrong in your life. Only you know that.
What am I saying that is not correct? What do I have wrong?
Nothing. Because what you said is true. Like it our grandmothers and our grandfathers did things that was never told.
No,
You
no,
know,
no, no, no.
we
That's not
was
true.
taught the
That's
wrong
not
way. We
true.
was
That's
taught
not
the wrong.
true. Grandfathers did get.
Yeah, you know,
Hold on, really quick. Hold on. I got to correct you. We all know, the whole world knows that what the wrongs that grandpa and them did, it was put out there. It was. We got songs about it. I don't want no scrub and all of that. Black men don't take care of the kids. Black men is cheaters. It has been put out there all of my life. And I think you know that you've heard about how bad men are too, haven't you?
yeah, true, true.
We
I
didn't
done
get to
heard,
hear
but
that
my
about
thing
women.
is both women and men are to fault. We got bad men in the
But
world.
hold
We
on,
got
sweetie.
bad women
Sweetie.
in the world.
Hold on, sweetie. See what you're doing. You're trying to. We understand that men are bad too. But what I'm telling you is, it was never denied. We were never lied to about. We weren't never lied to about it. Men have been drugged about their bad. Papa was a Rolling Stone. See, I'm not disagreeing with you that men and women are at the blame, but what I'm telling you is the marketing was misleading. The marketing was that women weren't bad and men were. Do you agree with that?
Right. And I get that. And you absolutely right. It was a picture painting when we were small. Like our grandmothers never did nothing wrong. You know, hey, she was that woman. She was gonna go to
Yes.
work. She was gonna bring the bacon to the table.
Yeah,
She was
make a
gonna,
meal out of nothing. And
you know,
she did
she
that
was gonna
stuff.
do all of that.
Yeah.
But but yes, you're right. Our grandmothers did. They did.
They was
While the
throwing
man was
down
at work,
too.
while the man was at work, grandmama did have outside kids outside of her husband.
Milkman.
You know, so yeah, that's the truth. That is absolutely the truth.
Listen, the reason we're give me 1 second, sweetie. BJ,
Peace, bro.
shout out to my brother, my day one, most definitely up in this situation, rocking out with us. Tell me how you feeling, bro.
Hey, man, everything I shoot is nothing but net.
That's what I'm talking about. For those of y'all that didn't hear, my brother said everything I shoot is net, right? Hey, I'm coming back to you, Green Eye Beauty. Listen, BJ, what we talking about, man, is I truly believe this, brother. Listen to me. I believe this. I believe outside of a woman's direct connection and supervision of men, she is bad. She is a bad seed, right? And the ones who we see, who they are moving just magnificently, I call them glitches. They're glitches. They were raised properly, right? Somehow there's a thing in them. This woman doesn't know how to be a hoe. She doesn't know how to talk crazy with her mouth. She was just created. She was one of those ones. She just fell. She fell correctly. But we know that that's not the majority. Now, the reason that I say outside of a woman's direct connection to a man and supervision, she is of little significance on this planet. Green Eye Beauty,
Yes.
I have a question for you now.
Okay.
Name me something. Excuse me, please. Name me something outside of a woman's direct connection to a man that she does very well. And it can't be anything related to a man. Let me say it in a way you'll get it. Name me something amazing and great that has been said about women since the beginning of time that is not directly connected to her attachment to a man. And I'll give you a little hint. What we've heard all of our lives, she's such an amazing mother, right? She's an amazing wife, right? All of those are directly correlated to a man. Do you disagree?
Yes, they are. But I'm gonna say this
Give me
because
some pushback. Give me some pushback.
like I told you the last time, I'm totally different than the average woman. So my thing outside of a man is God. You know, hey, God is me. So that don't have nothing to do with the the um, the physical part of
So
a man. Get what I'm saying?
so
So
I don't really know
I
what you talk. I
understand
don't know
what
what you're
you're
saying,
saying.
sweetie. Hold on, BJ. I'm coming right to
I'm
you.
a
you,
Hold on,
you
BJ.
saying anything
Listen, hold
outside
on.
of
Let
a
me say it
man,
again because
right?
maybe you didn't get it. I said, name me something great that has been said about women, their reputations, that is
Oh,
not connected to a man.
okay, gotcha. I can't even give you that answer because I haven't heard anything great about
Exactly.
women. So, you know, hey, I'm open and honest, and
We make
I
you
just
better.
telling the truth. I
Listen,
just telling the
when you
truth.
guys are apart from us, you get in unfathomable levels of trouble. You will destroy a 9-member family, all because somebody who smelt good said something that you liked.
But say someone,
Hold on. Outside of the supervision and your direct connection to a man, you are kind of trouble. There's a seed inside of you. And let me say this, the women who have pulled it off successfully, I call them glitches. I call them glitches because they fell through the cracks and became something other than the broad mass of women that we see today. These are women who they couldn't fathom giving another man a BJ. She couldn't fathom it. If you said it to her, she might drop a tear. BJ, talk to me.
Yeah, I figured this out a while ago, and then it got confirmed for me with scripture. It says, "A woman who fears the Lord," or it says, "A woman of virtue, who can find her?"
Come on, man. Come
Right?
on, man.
Scripture says, "Who
That's
can find her?"
scripture.
Even God is like, "Where is she at?" I know I put her somewhere.
She said,
But
"Wow, do you hate women?" And see, that's why I say outside of our supervision, you mess up. You can't even take the truth. And if I were to bring you up here,
yeah,
you wouldn't be able to prove anything that we're saying up here wrong. So that means you must be operating outside
yeah.
of the supervision of a man.
So Miss Rose Island, I love you. I love you guys. I think that women are equal image bearers of the Lord.
Man, we
I
all
believe
love
that
women.
women. Yeah, I believe that women are. I believe women are co-inheritors in the kingdom of God. Okay, but I do believe that women need
Miss
the
Smith.
supervision of men.
Give me one
And I
second,
know
BJ.
y'all
Hold on,
don't like
BJ. I
that.
need you to repeat what you said. Hold on.
Yeah,
Shout out to Miss Smith for supporting the show. I appreciate you, love. I appreciate you. Go ahead, BJ.
yeah. I just don't think women do well outside the supervision of men any more than children do well outside the supervision of parents. It's never that children are supposed to be covered by their parents. A woman is supposed to be covered by a man. Look at the vast majority of what is produced from homes where it's just a woman.
Talk that
Why
talk.
is it when you have a man that is raising children on his own, they don't say, you know what? He needed a woman in that house to make sure that those kids was gonna stay out of
100%.
prison. He needed a woman in that house to make sure that girl wasn't gonna get pregnant in high school. He needed a woman in that house to. Now, I'm not saying that you ladies aren't vital. I'm not saying that you aren't irreplaceable. I'm not saying that a man doesn't need a woman and that children don't need a mother. But what I am saying is statistically, when men raise children on their own, the children can grow up and compete and perform and participate in society. And when women raise children on their own, the children are degenerates,
Hold on, BJ. Let me say
and they
something really
lack the
quick. Let me say
ability to
something real quick,
function in
BJ.
society.
Hold on, brother. I'm gonna land an example right in front of all of you. You can't constantly put us down and expect us to be victorious. Outside of a man, you don't even understand the logic that's taking place up here. If there were a man in proximity of you right now, he'd do this. No, babe, here's what they're saying. But because you are disconnected from a man, you don't get what we're saying up here, Miss Rhode Island. And I got respect for you. I think the times you've been up here, you've never been nothing but respectful. I think. I'm not sure. But we all have roles, but it seems as though you guys get offended when we convey and describe the role of a man and when we convey and describe the role of a woman. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. The spirit you said you worship. A lot of you guys are at church. The first one, you beat the pastor at church on Sunday. But you don't want to acknowledge what the Bible says. We didn't do this. When we say it out of our mouths, you get offended. But we're not saying our own thing. The person you said you love, the Lord our God Jehovah, God said this. We're just reciting it. Give me 1 second. Am getting ready for talk to me. How's your night going?
Very well. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Tell me what I have wrong.
Sorry. I literally have only just joined the chat. It's the first time I've actually come up on a group chat. So can you just clarify the topic at hand here?
Outside of a woman's direct connection to a man, she is of little significance on this planet. And that's not coming from a massage place like that. We're talking up here and we're using logic. And if I'm wrong, if my brother BJ is wrong, then we allow the panel to, use their logic, facts, observable realities. And if you convey to us using observable realities and facts, we'll say, you know what? That was a point that's better than my point. But as it stands, when women are outside of the supervision of men, terrible things happen. Terrible things happen. Are you a Christian, Islam? What are you, ma'am?
I'm a Christian, but when you say...
Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. I'm
sorry,
going to ask you this. Now, I'm not trying to be funny. This is a direct question.
Yeah.
Are you a real Christian or a fake Christian?
I would say in between.
I respect that tremendously. I definitely do. I respect that.
What I mean by that, in between, in that I was raised within a Christian home. I have attended church. I do have my Bible, but I'm still yet to find that befitting area where I feel comfortable within the Christian community.
What percentage of the Bible would you say you lean on heavily? What percentage? 2% of it is real? 10%? What percentage would you say you believe?
I would say based on what I've been taught, that's what I lean on.
Okay.
I'm not a big reader, which is why I'm not fluent with the Bible. I'm not afraid to
Okay,
say
well
that.
let's do it like this. Do you believe that God placed men as the head of women?
Yes, I do.
Why do you believe he did that? Why didn't he place women the head of men?
I believe it's a spiritual thing. So I believe, and until you've experienced it, you won't know. It's just like, once you've had a child, you know what it means to be a mother. Women don't realize that there is this missing spiritual connection or requirement whilst you are here on planet Earth. And until you've actually met a real man, that missing gap automatically fits.
Really quick.
No, you haven't. You do not know that it's missing.
I could go for that.
The right man is there. And that's something that I've experienced. I've experienced that with my brother's father. I've got a half brother, and my brother passed away. But when his father stepped into the ring in terms of the funeral arrangements, I didn't know the advice and the information that he was providing, and the spiritual support was the support that I needed. I'd never experienced that, and in that moment, I realized this is the purpose of a man, that energy. I wouldn't be familiar with that energy.
I get what you're saying, and
that point
listen. I get what you're saying, and I agree with probably all or majority of what you're saying. But sometimes when we think from a logical perspective, it's always good to have been raised by a father figure or something like that. But in the event that you don't, it can still be proven correctly. And I want to show you how. I want to show you how you can think a certain thing and the evidence be presented to you that it meets the bar of logic. I want to ask you this. Name me something that has been said to be a problem that women go through, anything that would not be made better if a man was in that woman's life. If a man was in all women's life. I don't care what it is. It could be that time of the month. Name me a commonly known problem that women go through that would not be made better if a man stepped into the picture in that person's life.
I really can't think of anything. I mean, I've had the privilege of having that support figure, but at the same time,
there's nothing, man. There's nothing, ma'am. There's nothing. Hold on. If a man steps into the picture, you can't name a problem that won't get better. BJ.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me. What's your thoughts?
Yep. Yeah, I think that this is something I've definitely seen and understood, and I know there are a lot of women, they don't have a very high opinion of men. And the reason for that, this is going to be harsh, okay? Hit them with that turbulence real quick.
You already know. Turbulence, people.
The reason a lot of these ladies feel the way that they do about men, when they feel negatively, not like Miss I am getting ready, right? Or Miss Green Eye. It's because your fathers were weak men.
Yep.
It's because your fathers were men who were submitted to their libido. They were guys that run around from girl to girl. They don't have any control over their ding dong. They're led by their ding dong. And your mother was a loose woman. A lot of these people are the children of weak men and promiscuous women.
She said, "Stop generalizing."
I know. I get it. I'm just saying.
Generalizing is a real thing.
Yeah. When you look at, whenever you talk about large groups of people, and this is what I'm talking about, a lot of these people lack sense and lack logic. They don't understand the world at all. So whenever you talk about large groups of people, patterns emerge. And those patterns that emerge, we refer to them using generalizations.
she thought she made a point.
People, you have to use generalizations. And it doesn't mean every person, it doesn't mean all of them, but that's how you refer to patterns through large groups. The point I'm making is simply this.
Hold on, give me 1 second, BJ. Shout out to my girl Lena for supporting the Cash App. I appreciate you, love. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. A lot of these women their fathers weren't good men. They've never been treated as daughters. They've never been loved properly by a man. The father was never in the home to create a safe environment for them. They never watched their mother being loved properly. They never watched their mother be treated as a wife. They've never been treated as a daughter to a good man. And then they've gone out into the world and they were promiscuous girls because that's what their mother taught them to think like, transactional. And now they're on the internet crying about how men ain't nothing and ain't nobody and guys cause problems and this, that, and the other. Because no man who has his shit together in his right mind deal with a woman like them.
Give me a second, BJ. Give me a second.
Attracting what they are.
Give me a second.
It's really sad.
I want the women. Now, I implore you to listen to what I'm about to say. Because this is going to be predicated upon you. I'm about to take the ball and remove it and put it in your court so you won't have to say, "Ooh, they think they know what they're talking about." I'm going to ask you ladies, from what you've heard him just say, tell me where the flaw in what he just said you find. Now, this is where it's going to come to this. You're going to have to admit that you can't find a flaw into it, and therefore, it's probably legitimate. Or you're going to have to, through emotion, say it was wrong without being able to substantiate that it was wrong. Now, I'm going to give you guys the floor. Anybody up here right now, tell me where something he said was wrong or inaccurate.
He said nothing wrong, and he was accurate on everything that he said. But one thing that I do disagree with is the part where he said that the mom who daughters.
Hey, I need you to spit. You guys, it's not the phone. So you guys are down low. No,
You
Diddy.
can't hear me?
Okay, say something else.
You hear me?
I can hear you better now.
Okay. I said what I didn't agree when he said the mom have the daughters to go out and do things transactional, teach them transactional. But that's not so. You got to learn like some young females didn't have, or some older women didn't have anything when they
Hey,
was
you
young.
going low again, sweetie. You going low again.
Oh wow, I hate this.
Okay, you sound good now. You sound good now.
Okay, I said some young women, some older women never had anything when they were young through mother or father. So it's not that the mom taught them to be transactional. They taught themselves how to be transactional once they learned they can get paid for sex, right? They taught themselves that in order to go out and try to get what they want to possess. And on the other hand, you got the real mothers and fathers that was home teaching their daughters that their bodies are the temple and never do this. Well, the ones with no money, they never, without being privileged. I'm gonna say it like that. The mom and the dad that wasn't privileged, they didn't worry about teaching their kids anything about life because they wasn't
Hold on.
privileged.
Okay, all right, now I need you to stop right there. You said they didn't worry about teaching their kids anything about life, right?
Yeah, they did.
Listen, that's what he's talking about literally. That's a form of teaching itself. If you're
Right.
not setting any boundaries, if you're not setting any teachings, if you're not setting any type of moral fiber in your house, you are still teaching those kids. In fact, you're teaching them that those things aren't necessary. And therefore, so let me ask you this. If a child is raised by a mother and turns out to be an absolute piece of SHI, who's responsible for that?
The mom.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's still a form of teaching taking place. Either the lack thereof or the direct teaching itself is influencing that child. If that mom had been diligent, listen, if the child turns out to be a piece of crap and was raised by a dad, that dad is likely responsible. Outside of the isolated incidences where the child's just rebellious and this and that, when you're raising these children, because have you ever noticed, even with Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, have you ever noticed that when these kids turn out phenomenal, the mom gets all the praise? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
But okay, now flip it over. If LeBron had turned out to be a piece of shit, it would have been due to that man's dad leaving. That's what they would have said. You agree with that?
Yeah, it would have.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's teaching taking place one way or another. I'm getting ready.
Yeah.
Tell me what you disagree with.
I think that statement that the Wisdom Academy mentioned, I think that applies to both young men and young ladies. I don't think that is strictly the case for all young ladies. I think part of the problem is that some of these men that women come across today are still boys in men's skin, and that can make the woman come across as being less than.
Okay, listen. I want to bring something to your attention. Don't take offense. Just answer.
No.
Just answer. Are you a bop?
What's that?
Are you a bust down?
What is that?
Do you pass it around freely and just give your body up?
No.
Who is that up to?
Me.
Yes, ma'am. Just like it's up to all of those women who you say cross paths with these men and this and this and this and that happen. It is up to them. It is up to these women. If hold on. It is up to you women. If you entertain listen, ma'am, if I hear you say something like period and did, you'll never hear from me again. See, because I have standards. These certain calibers women, they're not even supposed to get my attention, let alone my seed go in them. So the same way that I uphold myself and I take the blame, ma'am, you guys have to too. That man that you said these women have come across and probably sullied the women and given them bad experience and this and that, why was she entertaining such a man if she is such in higher in moral fiber? Why would she even entertain such a man?
I would say, and I can only go by my own experience, where I had one experience whereby, you know, the first 9 months in a relationship or where you're dating, that first 9 months, the boy in the man's skin will be on their absolute best behavior.
Hold on. You're the first person who's ever came up here and said that. You threw the time. Hold on. You threw the time limit 9 months. When we come up here, we usually say you should be able to tell what's going on in the first week.
No. No, not at all. Not at all. Especially when they know that you're worth the wait.
Okay, hold on. So you're telling me that you don't know when a man just wants to smash you?
I've never been in a situation.
I don't think you even know that you just made my point. You must have been holding yourself. Go ahead, Green Eyes.
I don't mean to jump in, but my thing is this: when it comes to women, you know, I'm down on the respect thing for forever, right? So when it comes to women, I don't care if you meet a man today and you date him for 5 months, 6 months, you protect that body at all times.
Come on now.
Right? you gotta protect the body, because guess what? When you get that body up, that's gonna let you know if he wants you or if he don't want you. Because if he don't want you, he gonna kick rocks and ain't coming back. But if he wants you, he gonna sit around and he gonna wait until you ready. He gonna give you time to say when you ready. And if he marry you, hey, that's what the goal was, right?
I agree.
A lot of these women just step outside of the box with giving their body up too quick, because they think giving up the body means I'm gonna be with him, he gonna be with me.
Hold on. No, hold on. I get what you're saying, but let's call it what it is. The huge majority of the time they giving up is because they wanted to bust a nut just like the man did. There's nobody getting tricked around here. Nobody getting fooled. They want to get laid just like the next person do.
But that's a different type of woman, and I think what we've just switched the conversation from how long you're going to save yourself before you give it up to,
well, why you gonna give it up quick like that?
No, but you've switched the conversation.
No, that wasn't sweet.
Hold on, Green Eye. Cause see, listen, here's what we're saying to you, Am. Okay, so let's do it like this. What state are you in? You don't have to tell me the city. No, Am. What state are you in? You don't have to tell me the city. What state?
I'm in the UK.
Okay, I'm pretty much a man of means. I can fly over there to you and see you right now. Can we get a hotel?
No way. You wouldn't. I wouldn't even allow you to fly over.
BJ, you see how many times they. Okay, sweetie, you just let us know. You just hold on. You just let us know that it is all up to you. That's what you just let us know. You just shut down all of my advances just like that. So what we're telling you is that's all you have to do in every instance. And there won't be a conversation like this. It is all up to you. Do you disagree with that?
I agree. It's all up to, of course. Absolutely.
Okay. So it's up to you, sweetie. Oftentimes, it's branded and it's marketed to pin the blame on men. But if you guys don't stop doing that, then the same things will keep happening to you. Here's where it won't keep happening to you. If you say, I think too much more of myself, nobody's tricking me, that's when things won't happen to you. But if you lie to yourself, I got tricked, I couldn't tell. Listen, it's what we often refer to the job sector. We find it funny that you guys don't get tricked as it pertains to the job sector and things of that nature. But you do, listen. But you do lay blame of being tricked in the dating industry, in the dating sector. And that's why we know that it's not being honest. You take full credit for your degrees. You take full credit for these master's degrees, these PhDs and things like that. But when it comes to getting tricked by a man, the man is at fault. Do you see how that's kind of contradictory? All of your accomplishments, you lay the blame at your feet. But when something goes wrong, the man did it. And we don't
Yeah, but
understand that.
the index
And I'm
on
gonna say this to
the
you real
index
quick.
on the degree is
I'm
catered for
You
what
next,
you're
BJ.
aiming for. But what's available out there, what's available in terms of, and I have this conversation with some of my lady friends, you know, the caliber of men that is available to women, that is another tricky area to navigate. You know, this topic is it's
Give
I'm
me
not
a second, sweetie. Give me a second. BJ.
yeah.
Hey,
Yes,
BJ.
sir.
When's the last time you dated a woman who was strung out on that pipe?
Never, ever in the history of never.
See, that's just the issue that we have. See, him, myself, we don't have these problems. It's not that those women aren't available to us to select, but we don't tolerate it. That pool of bad men that you're talking about, the same pool of bad women exists for us. But me and this brother, we have certain standings about ourselves.
We're not impregnating.
but that this is
We're not.
Hold on, sweetie, hold on.
So,
Go ahead,
one
BJ.
second. And think about this. Think about it like this. Most women, at the very least, want a man that's doing better than they are. Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that, ma'am?
I'm
better
getting.
in which way?
Hey, hold on. What? Hey, I'm getting. What can we call you? Can I
Uh,
get some initials? What can we call you?
Brown.
Brown. Okay, I appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah. So Brown, the vast majority of women, they want a man that's doing better than them. They call that hypergamy. Okay, it's been studied in
So
social.
when you say better, what
Hold
do you
on,
mean?
One at a time. One at a time.
Sorry,
I mean,
sorry.
yeah.
It's my first
Yeah,
time
it's
up
no
on
problem.
this. Sorry, go.
I mean,
go
in
ahead.
every way. I mean, in every way. You want bigger, better, stronger, smarter, faster, more productive, more competent, more responsible, more resources, makes more money. You want everything a step above where you are. Ideally, that is what a woman is looking for. Do you agree with that?
Somewhat,
He's not saying every. He's saying the majority.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So, if do the vast majority are the majority of men taller than the average woman? Yes. Men taller than women in general. Yes or no?
Yes.
You can't hear me, love? Okay. Do men in general earn more money than women? Yes or no?
These days, no.
You're not gonna answer. It's no problem. Don't worry about it.
Can you not
No,
hear me?
yeah. I challenge.
I think you guys have a delay,
Yeah,
but
no, I couldn't hear you. And love, yeah, let me tell you something. If you can send me a single study, if you can send me a single study that shows that women out earn men in any income strata, I will send you $100 right now. You send me one. Just send me one. Just one. So in these days, women don't out earn men. You don't. Not in any community. Not the Arabs, not the Indians, not the Asians, not the Puerto Ricans, not the blacks. Not one. Okay? Just so you know. You guys are earning more money. You're more involved in the workforce. You don't out earn men. The point I'm making to you is that there are plenty of men that are taller, stronger, smarter, faster, more money, more principles, more values, more ethics, the whole 9 yards. The thing is that women don't understand what these men want out of women. A lot of you ladies have ideas that disqualify you for a good man. So let me give you a
100%.
quick example of it so that we can get back to the conversation. Let's say you're a woman that argues that body count doesn't matter, which a lot of women, if you want to go on the internet and find a conversation with somebody arguing that body count don't matter, you'll scroll through these panels and you'll find it's only women that argue that point. So women are telling men, hey, it doesn't matter how many people I sleep with. You shouldn't even consider that when you're thinking about getting married. Okay? Do you think that a man who wants to be loyal in his marriage, a man who wants to be sexually disciplined, is equally yoked to a woman who don't think her body count matters?
What the hell did I just do?
Absolutely not. And so what happens is you have women who look good, make decent money, speak well, and because of that, they're not looking at the character items or the values that they have at all, and they don't think that disqualifies them from a good man. And a good man, when he hears that you have these types of liberal, progressive, leftist, totally nutcase feminist concepts about dating, mate, and marriage, smecks, and children, they run the other way.
Give me a second, really quick,
So
BJ.
women
Give me a
think that
second,
they,
BJ. Miss Brown. Now I want to see. Are you aware of what he just said? Like, we can pick up on things about you that in our heads immediately disqualify you from serious relationships. If we hear you talking a certain way about men and women are equal, things like that, do you understand that it is that gets you put in an sex only box? It is that.
I understand.
Okay, well, let
what
me
you're
get back. I just
saying.
wanted to make sure. Let me get back to him then.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
Hold
need
on,
to
hold on, hold on,
say
sweetheart.
that-
Hold on. Go ahead, BJ.
yeah, just accept the ideas that I'm giving you. You don't have to accept them as true. I'm just explaining to you, okay, that guys, it's not that there's slim pickings for the women. It's that they want something that they don't realize they don't qualify for because they don't know what these men are looking for. And so they sit up and appraise themselves as tens and as baddies and as boss chicks, and they fantasize about what type of man and what type of relationship they want without any consideration for the type of men they want, what he is looking for in a woman. And none of it is any of the stuff that she's been working hard to try to build. They don't want the boss, the power couple is a female fantasy about relationships. It's not a male fantasy. We aren't
100%.
sitting up wishing that we're going to be Jay-Z and Beyonce with you. We're not sitting up wishing that we're both going to be CEOs who work at 16-hour days, who don't have any time to screw or take care of the kids or tend to the relationship. That is a female fantasy. And so a lot of these ladies, y'all say that y'all got slim pickings. It's not that y'all got slim pickings. You're getting in masculinity what you are in femininity. You just don't have the sense, not you, but most women don't have the sense to recognize that they're attracting what they are.
Hold on,
They're
BJ.
too full of themselves to realize
But
that.
it's
Hold on.
Isn't that
Order. Green eyed, I'm coming right back to you. Miss Brown, do you understand what he's saying?
I understand what he's saying, but again, that's a fashionable statement at the moment. The boss chick, who wants that high.
What do you mean
Flying.
it's a fashionable statement? Is it
It is
true?
a-
Is it true? Does it exist or does it not?
It definitely does exist. I'm
Okay.
not saying it doesn't, but it doesn't necessarily exist in all women.
It exists in a. Do you know what the feminism movement is? Do you do you know that we're living inside of a modern day? Hold on. Do you know that we are living inside of a modern day matriarchy right now?
But that's the other thing is I see on these on TikTok these groups that say the modern women, or what is that,
The modern woman is everything that he just described. Hold on, ma'am. You asked a question, I'm gonna answer it. The modern woman is so. Let me ask you this: do you believe that men and women are equal?
I don't.
Okay, the modern woman does. Do you believe men are superior to women?
I do.
Okay, the modern woman doesn't. That's it right there. You're a traditional woman, it sounds like, ma'am. So a lot of this conversation doesn't even apply to you now that I think about it. We have women who are saying that they can compete with Stephen Curry.
I think we are.
They're trying to jump in boxing rings with men.
Men and women are very different people. They're very different. The mindset of a man is very different to how the mindset of a woman operates.
Well, it's not just that. God placed a hierarchy on this planet. We are not the same. We are not equal. If we were equal, you wouldn't like it. Because if I was only as strong as you, if I could only fight as good as you, if I could only defend as good as you, would you have a defender? No.
I think the statement around men and women being equal, I think that's more leaning towards an egotistic statement.
On whose behalf?
From a woman's perspective.
Okay, and we agree with you, ma'am. That's pretty much what we're saying.
And that's only because That is only because
It does. Hold on, ma'am. It doesn't matter why. If women in mass are feeling like that, it's a problem and it's causing a chasm inside of our natural intended operation. We don't even care if it's because she was eating boogers that morning. We don't see men, we don't care why of a lot of things. We care of something happening. There's a thing happening, right? If your mom lives in I'm speaking of you. If your mom lives in a violent area and a stray thing hits her, we don't typically care why the person did it. My mom is gone. My mom is gone. All I care is my mom is gone, right? So I understand that you're suggesting why things are taking place, but the things that are taking place, men are simply suggesting should not be taking place because we can see the repercussions that they're bringing about. Men are fixers and problem solvers. Green-eyed beauty.
Yes.
What's your thoughts? Talk to me. And I'm going to veer us back to the conversation. Outside of a woman's direct connection to a man, she is of no significant purpose on this planet. That's where most of her troubles start. That doesn't mean she is not valuable. Listen, the reason we know that she is valuable is because the men who are the apple of God's eye were placed to be willing to give our life for her. So she got to have value. We don't sit up here and talk about women don't have value. Since beginning of time, we have been willing to lay our only one life down for women. So you got to be valuable to us. But what we're saying is you've gotten out of order. The reason we know you're getting out of order, because think about all of the elements that take place. Think about all of the things that take place when women stray too far away from the leadership and supervision of men. You get difficult. You can't even tell who's the father of your children, right? It gets bad. It gets bad.
Some women do. And I'm gonna say this, I'm very traditional, so I don't believe in all of this modern day stuff they got going on with these different baby daddies and multiple sleeping around with different men. Um, a lot of these women need, they don't understand what a good woman is. And to them, a good woman is a woman that works and makes her own money and can take care of her bills and take care of her kids. That's what they think a good woman is, but they don't understand because a good woman actually is a woman of substance. She's a woman of control. She's a woman of discipline. She's a woman of respect, standards, principles, and morals.
Let,
So
let
with
me
that,
ask you this. I'm going to let you have the floor, but let me ask you this. Do you also believe that a good woman, I'm talking about a real good woman, is a woman who has figured out how to work with a man?
yes,
All of the
yes,
other things in life come together. When that happens,
they do. They do. And I can speak from experience. Like I told you before, I was married for almost 40 years. And I can say when me and my husband started out, hey, we were young. We didn't have nothing but, hey, we came together. And
see what I'm
by the
saying?
time, by the time he passed, he helped me. I helped him. We had each other back. We owned businesses. We owned the church. We did a lot
And we
together.
don't
So
understand why women don't see that. Everything that you
women
just
now,
said is a given when you partner up with a good person.
right? They don't want. I'm gonna say this: women now don't want to work with a man, and some of the men don't want to work with the woman. Everybody is too quick to walk out instead of working it out. Now it's all about monetary and materialism.
Listen, let me ask you this. Do you think that men typically see an amazing woman, only either doesn't have children or only has children by this man? Do you believe that men typically see amazing women and opt to walk in the opposite direction of them? Or do you believe that when men see an amazing woman, he will change his lifestyle for her?
Absolutely, he will.
See, that's what I'm saying. Now, this is going to sting a little bit. Turbulence, people. For those of you not familiar with the show, when you hear that, probably about to rock the boat or ruffle some feathers a little bit. It simply means that we don't have a proportionate number of amazing women. The women today, they don't want to build with us. They want to be superior to us. They'll say it out of their mouths. They'll say it. This isn't something that I'm making up. They will say that men are not superior to women when, if we're not superior to women, we're not much good to you. We're not much. How can I, if I'm not superior to you, how can I be an adequate defender? How?
Have you come across that scenario yourself? Have you experienced that yourself, where you've been in a relationship and the woman wants to dominate you?
I've been on dates, and I ask questions when I go on a date. To be honest, I pick and prod a little bit. I'll ask a woman, are men, and in your personal opinion, do you believe that men and women are equal? She says things like that, and that was our last date. See, I don't let it get that far. Soon as I find out that you have a feminist mindset, there's no need in either of us wasting each other's time anymore.
But you could possibly demonstrate to her what it means to be in a relationship where you are the lead.
And guess what else I can do? I could get a woman who already understands that, and her father taught her that, and I won't have to do the teaching.
I understand I understand what you're saying there, where you say you won't have to do the teaching, but if rain check, in certain situations you might just have to.
No, I don't. We don't have to put up with it. There's 3 million. Right. Listen, hold on. Right. There's 3 million. There's 3 million. Listen, there's 3 million more women in America than there are men. And the black community is around 2.5. Men have a smorgasbord, a buffet, if you will, at their disposal. We don't have to sit around and wonder, can we fix you? To be honest, we teach you women that you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be seeing red flags and saying, but I can fix him. You shouldn't be doing that. There's a study that was released about 9 years ago that said past the age of around 30 to 32, a person is doing at the age of 30, 32 is likely what they'll be doing forever. So I don't have time to fix you, because guess what? I'm still fixing me.
But it's not fixing. I believe.
I'm telling you, hold on. I'm telling you, we're not really going to go down that conversation. I'm telling you, an intelligent person is not going to go down that path. We keep telling you guys not to do it, because soon as that man goes and your girlfriend's told you about this guy, but soon as he reveals himself to be everything of all of the rumors you've heard about him, now you're on social media talking about men ain't shit. No, avoid that man at all costs. Just like that's what we do. Go ahead, BJ.
Yeah, that's I love to hear women talk like this, Stacey. And do you know why I love hearing women talk like this?
Talk to me.
You can hear the thinking that they use for the decision making.
Yes, sir.
And what she just said is why you'll have a woman where if she's left to her own devices, she'll have a baby by a man with a face tattoo.
Yep.
That can't keep her quiet because she's trying to build herself a man instead of find herself a leader. And so instead of finding a man that already has the quality and character, right? Even if he's working on the other pieces, but already has a quality and a character, you don't have an ability to discern that, and you trying to fix a man from the inside, where the stuff that's broken is stuff he's supposed to be putting together on his own. And then you end up with a baby by a man that don't want to be a husband, don't want to be a father, don't want to start a family, and don't want nothing. And then when it don't work out, you talking about how a nigga did you wrong and how men ain't worth nothing.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
go ahead.
Listen,
Sorry.
it's okay. It's all right. So, and in addition to that, this is why you have men where we talk to women about body count. And we say body count matters. And the women say body count don't matter. And then you ask the woman, why don't body count matter? And then the woman will tell you, well, because if it's in the past, it's in the past. And I ain't worried about what you did before you met me. They tell us all the reasons why they be with a man who done slept with 400 people. And they project to men that we should have the same thinking about women. And that's what they're explaining, and what they're arguing is why it is that they'll deal with a man that's got 6 kids by 5 different women. They're telling you why they'll deal with a man that's done slept with 300 people and used to be down low and used to do this and used to do that. And now all of a sudden you got him in your bed talking about something y'all in love.
Give me 1 second, brother. Give me 1 second. Shout out to my brother MP over here with the $10 super chat, rocking out heavy with us. Thank you, Stacey. Women need to stop blaming men for being a bust down. And listen, what he's saying, we got to come to a place where we can acknowledge I did that to myself. And that's what BJ's talking about right now. You told me that you won't allow me to fly out there and get a hotel with you. Didn't you say that?
Yeah, I did say that, but yeah,
See,
I,
so do you get what I'm saying? It is up to you. You just shield me. I don't like women. I just want to make you a baby mama. I'm that type of man. You just stopped me at the door, ma'am. And that's, me being sarcastic, but you just stopped this loser of a man from making you a baby mama. And it came from a decision of yours, ma'am. So why isn't that applicable in other areas? It's up to you. It just is. Listen, BJ's not on welfare. A series of decisions were made. And we were never afforded the luxury. Like, see, you guys, you get pulled over by cops. And you know how to weaponize your sexuality. Some of you go so far as to undoing the top button. Or when you fall off of a bicycle, the whole world stops. Daddy's like, let daddy kiss that kneecap. Oh, we don't get that. We were never afforded the luxury to believe that we could blame our things on other people. We go to jail. We get that thing fired at us if we call another man a bitch-ass-nig, right? See, you guys have been tricked into believing the world won't hold you accountable, and you still believe it, not you per se, but you still believe it, and that's why the things are happening to you. You're making a series of decisions, and when the outcome arises in your life, you guys want to portray that somebody else is responsible for that outcome, but it was in actuality a series of decisions that you made. You guys have been groomed into believing you could pin that off on men, even as it pertains to having 3 children with 3 different men, things like that. Ma'am, you did that. Let's not even talk about the man. Don't bring him in the picture. You just told me that I can't fly out there and have my way with you, ma'am.
But again, you're referring to a certain mindset.
Never mind. Go ahead, BJ. I took the microphone.
Mindset.
Listen, hold on. You're single, aren't you?
Sorry?
You're single, aren't you?
No.
You're married?
Yes.
Do you got you guys? I'm not going to use the word argue, but you guys kind of.
Yeah.
We understand.
You hold on. You guys have. I don't want to say debates, but you kind of challenge each other periodically, huh?
Not to a heightened level.
Yeah, but I'm just asking. You got there's conversations where you guys challenge each other pretty often, right? Your theory versus his theory.
Comfortable level. At a very
okay, see, and this is what I know because we're getting it from you up here.
I would say at a very comfortable level. And what I mean by that is that we both understand that we have strengths and weaknesses. We both understand that. We respect our weaknesses more than we do our strengths because our strengths are our strengths and our strengths benefit each other. But at the same time, we do understand and appreciate that we have weaknesses. We know that.
But listen, we're not talking about that. What we're talking about, it's pretty difficult to get you to concede to the fact that how your life turns out is predicated upon you. Do you agree with that?
That's the same for everybody.
Okay, sweetie. So just listen to me. Listen. Never mind.
Listen, the point that I'm trying to make to you is, and this is, I'm really just trying to get you to understand the way that you view the slim pickings thing. And I hear women say that all the time, that it's slim pickings. That if you're a good woman, it's hard to find a good man. And I'm telling you that there's a possibility that there are a lot of women who think they're good women would bet their soul. They bet the whole farm.
Better know it.
And if I put them in a room with 100 men that had their shit together, that were looking for a wife, every single one of those men would get up from the table.
Yep.
If that woman had to be honest about what her values are, what her principles are, what her morals are, what she thinks a wife's supposed to be, what she thinks the role of a husband is, what her level of obedience to her man is, what her level of submission, her ability to hand over authority and follow her man's lead. If she had to be honest about this type of stuff with those men, not one of them would keep her. And all of these women will swear to God on a stack of Bibles that they're good women. And I think that's why you have so many women who think it's slim pickings on the men, because a lot of us, we sit down, we talk to you, we hear you, we overhear you, we hear you talking to other women. Think about this. I'm gonna say this point and then I'm gonna land. Think about this. If you were to meet a man and he thought all women were stupid and all women were trash and the only thing they was good for was some sex, right? If you were to meet a man who thought like that about women, you wouldn't want him dating you. You wouldn't want him dating any of your friends. You would realize that man is toxic, right?
Correct.
Okay. So when men hear women, and I'm not saying you behave like this at all because you don't, but when men hear women who say that all men are this, all men are that, it's all men till it's no men, is and say all of this negative stuff about men, do you think that good men who are healthy, healed, and whole, that are looking to start a family or looking for anything serious, hear women who talk like that and think to themselves, I'm going to prove her wrong. I'm going to get with her, spend my life fighting my way back from her worst case assumptions about dating, mating, marriage, sex, and relationships, and I'm going to spend my life trying to prove her wrong. Do you think that's what men say to themselves?
I think you're entering the wrong rooms, personally.
Listen, I want hold on. I want you to answer. I want you to answer his question though.
What rooms to enter? Yeah, I'm not asking for advice on which rooms to enter. I'm asking you, do you think healthy, healed, whole men hear women who talk or conceptualize mating, dating, sex, marriage, and relationships like that and say, you know what, I want to give that a go? Or do you think healthy people protect their peace?
Healthy people protect their peace, yes.
We
but
know
you
that.
keep
Hey,
saying
hold on. Listen, Brown, Miss Brown. Listen. I want to ask you something. On a scale of 1 to 10, and I'm asking you.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult do you think you are to communicate with? 10 meaning horrible.
How difficult?
Yes, ma'am.
I would say a 4.
I would.
Why did you laugh? I would say a 4. I would say a 4.
Hey, this is something BJ says often too.
No,
Listen, hold on.
Can I clarify?
No, hold on. This is something BJ says often. He says this often. I think he said it today. That's what the typical, and I am saying you. That is what the typical of you believe. But yet this has almost turned into a straight up back and forth one-on-one with you. Trying to get you to understand things. And it's kind of difficult to get you to understand things. And you have, hold on.
Go for it, sorry.
You even resisting him telling you that you resistant to being talked to. You resisting that too. You don't have to agree with what's being said to you. So check this out. Have you ever heard the phrase somebody listen to?
I'm coming to you, Cuddy.
Understand? Have you ever heard that?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Have you ever heard somebody say you're listening to respond instead of listening to understand? Have you ever heard that statement before?
I have.
Okay, so that's when somebody says something to you, and instead of doing anything to demonstrate understanding, you go right to your point because you got something to say, and that's really what you was just waiting on, was your opportunity to say what you got to say. You don't demonstrate any understanding whatsoever. So like if you say something to me, I say, okay, so is what you're saying this? Okay, is this what you're trying to get across? I'll demonstrate a level of understanding so that you know that the idea you gave me was conveyed, that I received it. But if I'm listening to respond, then every time you finish talking, I got something different to say to you because I don't really give a damn what you have to say. I just want you to understand me.
Notice that majority of the time you've been up here, you've been like, okay, but look at it from this perspective. Listen, I'm going to say this. Then I'm not just saying this for any type of reason, but me and this brother, there's a lot of people that respect us online, right? We're respected because we're not known to be just up here talking out of our ass. Yet neither one of us can kind of get through to you. You know what I'm saying?
Can I clarify my existence? Can I clarify my existence?
Now I gotta go to Cuddy. Cuddy, what's going on, good brother?
Sweet girl though, isn't
she? Is she sweet?
Oh gosh, I'm sweet.
Accountability. Accountability.
I'm telling you. But listen, I'm gonna tell you something about men. We know how to be respectful, and even be respectful to her, and also be furthering our information and our knowledge on what's taking place as we're hearing it. You know what I mean? Like, this is a sweet woman, and she gonna stand on what she stand on.
She'll try to. She'll try, because most women think that, hey, they're good enough to get the best man out there. Mm-hmm. And only 10 to 15% of men worldwide represent the men that they want.
Yep.
Yet 80 to 100% of them think they can get that 10% and make him be faithful to them.
Yep. I agree. Give me a second, y'all. JC.
Hi. Hello? Can you hear me?
Dove. Go ahead. Talk to me, Dove.
I want to talk to everybody on. And first of all, I just want to say hi, Green Eyes. Our convo got cut short last time. Hope you're doing well. But, pardon?
Dove, you can't come up here and see, when you could think about this. You came up here and said, I want to talk to everybody. Basically, you came up here and said, hey, people, this is my show.
No, I didn't, Prince. It's your show. I know that.
Okay, so tell me this. Tell me what is your take? What disagreement do you have, or what is it?
I disagree with so much that has been said. Mm-hmm. I disagree with when you said that men are superior to women, that women do not have any value unless they're meeting the expectations of a man. I disagree with what Buddy.
Hold on. So you said that I said women don't have any value unless they're meeting the expectations of man?
I may have misspoke, but I do remember that. Okay, I may have.
Why would you come up here and misspeak?
But because I'm not perfect. That
it goes back to what BJ said. It goes back to listening so you can get a shot off and not listening to gain anything from it. And it's a barrier.
Okay.
But you know what, Dove? Just go ahead.
Prince, I listen to have a conversation.
Go ahead,
I don't have
Dove, go ahead. State the first point that you said you disagree with was what? That men are superior to women?
Yeah, I absolutely
stop right there.
With that.
Well, name me an instance where women are superior to men.
Women are superior to men in nurturing. Women are superior to men.
Hold on, stop, Dove. If women are superior to men in nurturing, why do the children turn out better when they're raised with the man than they do with the woman? Why are your children turning out so horrifically?
I don't think that our children are turning out so horrifically. Can I ask Prince? Did you have your dad?
No. We're going to stay on this until you either acknowledge that you may have bad information, or until you can prove to me my information is bad. You don't believe that children in the African American community are turning out terrible?
I think that there's a lot of problems in the African American community, but I don't think that's a black
woman's fault. Direct question. It was direct.
And I answered.
Do you believe that the children in the black community are turning out bad? But worse than listen, yes. Let's make it to where you can get this. Do you name me a community whose children turn out worse than African Americans as far as being productive citizens?
Oh, so many. Basically, all of South America is in shambles. All of the Middle East is in shambles. So
listen, I want to say this to you. I want to help you understand.
You don't like my answers.
No,
and you
listen.
yell at me.
I want to help you understand where your intentions are bad. Where do you live at?
My intentions aren't bad.
Where do you live at?
I love you guys.
Where do you live
love black men.
Where do you live at? What country do you live in?
The continental United States.
Why would you veer off into Uganda? Tell me why. Why would
I didn't
you
say
think
Uganda.
that we're talking about Zimbabwe? Why would you do that?
I didn't say Uganda or Zimbabwe. I didn't mention an African country. I said South America and the Middle East. No. Let me answer you.
And she's proven what we're talking about, man.
No, I'm not, Prince.
Duh, stop it. Stop now.
Wait,
stop.
Let me
no,
talk
stop.
to you.
And I'm not going to say it again. You're going to stay at the number one point that you said you had an issue with. And once we get past that, we can get to your next one. Now, I'm asking you, sweetie, name me a scenario where women are superior to men. You can't say nurturing. You guys are aggressive. You're whooping each other's ass. They have movies called Angry Black Woman.
So a lot of black women, and I don't like this whole idea of like only black women are aggressive, but I don't want to.
Okay, so name me a race of women more aggressive than black women.
Definitely Hispanics, Italian women, Russian
So
women
why are
really
they?
take
Why
the
are
cake.
their
The Russian
marital
women
rates?
are
Why
good
are their marital rates higher than yours? Then, if this is true,
because their men don't carry the same damage that our men do. Their men don't sit up on podcasts damaging their
so
women
you're
and
saying
bashing their
Latino
women.
men will marry just anything?
No, I'm not. I'm saying that Latino men don't create. Latino men do not have an entire manosphere culture built around how they are so disgusted by
Okay, now
how
hold on.
fierce
Okay,
their
I agree.
women are.
I got that. I got
Latino men
that.
are proud
Now
of
let me
that.
ask you this: do you think that these mass amounts of complaints that African American men are wielding on the internet, do you think they're justified, or we're just exaggerating?
I'm sorry, can you repeat it?
Do you think that men, African American men who are doing all of this complaining about African American women online, do you think it's justified, or they're just online making it up?
I think that a lot of it is justified, yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? Well, that's why their men aren't online.
Prince, no. You don't know what I'm talking about because I can't get out more than 5 sentences before you tell me, oh, you're long-winded, you're going too long, you talk too slow,
Listen,
dub.
sweetie, you're not.
Stop.
Hold
You
on,
do
just
what I
listen, Dub.
say.
Listen, Dub. You said those men aren't online discussing the the disapproval that they have of their women, and I'm asking you, the disapproval that black men have with black women, is it justified?
I said a lot of it is justified.
So that means we're not wrong by up here talking about it, Dove.
No, you're not entirely wrong. And if you let me speak for more than 3 seconds, you would know, like I said in the beginning, I love black men. I support black men. That's why I be rocking with you, even though you piss me off every 3 seconds, because I love black men. And I'm here to have a conversation as a black woman with a black man because I care about y'all and I
All
care
right,
about
get to your point,
anything that
Dove.
is
I
of
don't
my
need all the
womb.
adoration. Get to your
See,
point.
there you go.
Get to
No,
your
there you
point.
go. There you go. I am getting to
Point
my
number
point.
two. Point number two. What
No,
you
I'm not
disagree
done
with.
with point number one.
Yes, you are. You've admitted that we're justified in
No,
condemning a lot of
you
your
comfort
behavior.
me. No, okay, because I told you the minor point of what you wanted to hear. Now
Okay,
you're
do this
like,
for
what
me,
do you?
Dove. Do this for me. We'll get to the bottom of this. Name me something bad, a stereotype that is on black women, that society has placed on black women that is a lie. Name one. Name me
That's a lie.
something bad that is said about African American women broadly that is not true.
Okay. I think that the main thing that is a lie is that the vast majority of black women are these like ravenous animals who just are looking for a fight and who are just disgusting. Now let me
So you're
finish. You
saying,
asked me
that it's not true that when
I'm
people say that
sorry.
African American women are angry and things like that, it's not true then.
What I'm saying is that
Whoa.
you asked me a serious Prince, why are you so upset right now? Like, do you want to
Well, I'm
hear
not
what
upset,
what is
sweetie.
it about me
I
that
don't want
offends
people
you?
to see that, that you can't.
That I can't what? You get upset.
Sweetie, listen
You
to
don't
me.
that's why
Listen to me. Dove, listen to me. Now, sweetie, please listen
I
to me.
always listen to you.
Okay, now, okay, listen. Here's what I want to ask you. There's a stereotype out about African American men that we take each other's lives, right? That's a stereotype. That's something that the world says about us, okay? Name me a stereotype, a negative stereotype that society has placed on African American women that is not true.
I just told you one.
So you don't
That
believe that
that
African American women are aggressive. You don't believe that. Angry, if you
I
will.
believe that's I said that the stereotype is that the majority of African American women are this way. That's a stereotype. Prince, have some respect. Like, come on, you're talking to a black woman. Have some respect.
Hey, BJ, you ain't never heard her up here, have you? It might be your first time.
I haven't.
Nobody has heard me up here. Nobody has heard me up here because I say 3 words and you get to acting like
Hey,
that,
this
or
is
you
our
kick me
girl
off.
Dove, BJ. This is Dove. For those of you who don't know, hey, listen. This is my problem child.
BJ doesn't even know what I have to say because I get 3 words out and there you go. And can I just have literally 30 seconds and I promise I'll be concise.
Well, it better be on point number one. Name me a negative stereotype that is placed upon black women by society that is not true, sweetie.
Okay, so everybody, he said 30 seconds. It's going to be on point. Like I said, the stereotype that is not true is that the majority of black women are these animalistic, aggressive, like angry, to use your language. And that is not true. The majority of us are very well spoken, very sophisticated, very kind, very nurturing. And you want to know something? You want to know why I think it's so ironic that you're laughing?
I'm sorry about that. I
I
didn't
think
even mean to do it. I did.
I'm not worried about it, Prince. Come on, you know my skin is
That's
thick
what our men.
because
That's
I'm a
what our men
motherfucking
do
black
to
woman
us.
goddess. Actually, wait, hold on.
Okay, now hold on. Now you hold on,
No,
Dove.
no, wait, no, you promised me 30 seconds.
Dove, I'll give it back to you, sweetie. I promise you. You said that's what your black men do to black women?
She's expressing herself, and you're laughing at her.
And what's wrong with that?
That's not cool.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you. Name me. I'm going to ask you. I want to show you something. Name me a negative stereotype that has been placed upon African American women that is not true.
And that we're hard, very hard.
You see, ma'am, I'm going to say this. See, Dove, I laughed at Dove, but the thing you're doing, it actually pisses the person off. You're not honest, and that's why I knew that you go back and forth with your man. You're not honest, and you're not honest.
But I'm telling you,
your man can't listen. Black men can't get along with you. So you think people are just making this stuff up? And you're.
Why do you think? Why is it difficult for you to understand that I don't go back and forth with my?
Because you've been up here going back and forth with us this whole time, sweetie.
No, but why do you feel like I don't have that type of relationship with my partner?
Sweetie, I just answered your question. The whole time. Listen, I was going to say this earlier. Have you been paying attention to Green Eye Beauty? Have you been paying attention to her? Have you noticed how quiet she is? She doesn't have a rebuttal for everything. Have you noticed? You'll forget she's even up there. Have you thought about that? Now, and compare that to you. You have a kickback for everything. Do you disagree with that?
But laughing at the lady that was expressing.
That's how I handle myself. It doesn't matter. The truth of the matter is she couldn't refute what I said. It doesn't matter if I laugh or fart.
Can I get something in right quick? I'm finna get ready to go.
Talk to me, sweetie. I'm coming to you next, Dove.
Okay. On the question you just asked, there's no stereotype. And y'all women, I don't care. Y'all know, hey, I'm about the truth. Black women are angry, bitter, mad, messy, and miserable.
Not one thing she said was a lie.
A lot of them. I'm finna say all of this because I gotta go in here and, hey, I gotta go to work. But a lot of black women wasn't loved by their parents, mother nor father.
I agree.
A lot of black women don't know what love is. They don't know how to get their emotions out without being angry. You got black women angry at black women for looking better than them. You got black women mad at black women for dressing better than them. I mean, like, the black women, I'm a black woman myself, don't get me wrong, but I promise you, I would not be a friend to not one. I'd rather be to myself, stay to myself, love on myself, and be with God. I don't deal with black women, period.
You think this is a black woman. And I want to say this to you before you go, because I think we also need to do more of this. I really appreciate you, Green Eye Beauty. Like, she hasn't agreed with everything that I've said up here, but I appreciate that I can hear in her. She's up here having a serious conversation. She's not just up here speaking, listening to speak. I really appreciate that. Imagine a world like this. Imagine a world where even 50% of our women had the communication skills that she has. Even 30. They wouldn't even be able to talk about us like this. She's only up
Can I
here
add
being
to that?
honest.
Can I
Now,
add
let me
to
say
No,
this.
she wasn't done. I interrupted her.
Okay.
Let me say this before I go. I was once married. God took my husband, so I know how to communicate with a man. I know what it takes to keep a husband. I know what it takes to be a good woman. I know how it feels to be a good woman. I know how it feels to be treated with love. I know how to receive love. I know how to give love. I know how to embrace love. So, with that being said, I land my plane. And ladies, y'all need to love yourself enough to know what love is.
My girl, my girl. I appreciate you for rocking with us, sweetie. Listen, women like that, we take condemnation from her and we really consider it. Because you can hear she has an unbiased mindset. She's not up here just to argue. She's pushed back on me a couple of times. And I received that from her, right? Anytime that you can't hold true to an authentic conversation, I really don't want to get back into that. I did steal the platform from Dove. I don't think there's anybody up here who hears any logic based around Dove's argument. If Latino women are more aggressive than black women, then why are they married at higher rates? Why is their family structure more intact than ours? These people have families for real, culture. So why are men running to that? Not only are their men running to it, black men are marrying their women. Not in a disproportionate rate, but you guys would be remiss to sit back and think that black men are doing this. Dove, I just unmuted you. You're next. You guys, it's foolish for you guys to believe that black men are sitting back saying this. Hey, fellas, listen, let's go find some amazing black women today and lie on them and say that they ain't amazing. That would be, you can't really believe that we're just making this stuff up. Dove, do you believe we're just making this stuff up? How we feel?
I don't think that you're making all of it up, but I do think that you guys go off the deep end. And Prince, I am so disappointed. Like, I really am. And I want to finish the thought. You promised me 30 seconds. And look, I'm not trying to take up all your time. I
Dove,
just have something to
go.
say. See, there you go. Can I get it out? What I was going to say is that stereotype that the majority of black women are like that, it's a lie. You have so many black women come up on your show and they are the epitome of grace, beauty, Green Eyes herself. I remember when I first met her, she said, I'm fine, I'm sexy. You compliment her all the time on her decorum. And then this woman with this accent, I don't know if she's a black woman, but she's very polite. She's not up here screaming and angry.
We've
I
said she's
challenge you.
sweet. Both of us said
Exactly.
that about her.
Exactly. And that's exactly my point. You guys sit up here and perpetuate this lie as if the majority of us are what people who are not us producing TV shows depict us as on television. But the majority of black women that you come into contact with are nothing like that. It's a lie. And then,
So that
look,
means that
this is the
Stacey
second.
Prince, that means so we're up. So that means, listen, I'm gonna ask you this. So me and BJ, we're up here lying and things like that, right?
I don't know BJ, but I can speak on Stacey
So is
Prince.
Stacey Prince
And
up here just lying on black women? For 4 years we've been
I'm
doing
not
this
gonna
show. Am I up here just lying on black women?
ultimately yes, but I don't think
Oh,
that
ho,
you
ho,
have
ho.
a
Name one. Name a lie. Name something
I
that I've
s-
ever said
already
about
like
African American women that's not true.
I already started with the whole
I
premise that
need you to
black women are
I need you to answer
angry.
right now.
The majority of black women are angry. How about that?
So why is there a movie
And you
called
know
Angry
what?
Black Women, Dove? Written by a
Okay, I'm
black
so glad.
man.
Have you ever seen the movie? I'm so glad you asked that. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, you need to watch that movie.
The reason it's called Angry Black Woman is because it's about a story about a black woman who stood behind a black man when he was broke and a joke to all of his success. And then he left her for a Becky when he had everything. who only wanted him for his money. And then he got sick, and guess what Becky did? Becky bounced.
Hold
And
on,
then he
stop. Hold
needed
on, stop,
someone to
stop. Hold
take
on, hold on. Now we're just going into some bull
care.
crap right now, but I'm gonna go into some bull crap with you. Tyler Perry
Why is it bullcrap when
Sweetie,
I
hold
say it,
on.
Prince? That's
Tyler
not
Perry. That was
fair.
Tyler Perry's movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you also see the movie that Tyler Perry's where she had a really, really, really good man, but she stepped out for the millionaire, contracted AIDS, and all the man was doing was begging her and begging her and begging her to come back home? You recall that one?
Acrimony. Yes, I do.
What the hell are you talking
Now,
about?
do you recall Prince? You know what I'm talking about. You just want to argue
Hey,
with
let's
me, and
do it
this
like
is
this.
another
Listen,
point
let's
that's
do it
so
like this. We'll
ironic.
shut this down like this. Black women aren't angry
Mm.
and they don't have bad attitudes. The world is just a piece of shit and everybody's lying on black women.
No,
BJ, talk
Prince,
to me,
not
man.
everybody
Let's
is.
move to the
You
next subject.
are.
No, we have to concede that everybody's lying on black women, even
No,
though,
you are.
well, if I'm lying on, listen, let's do it like this. Why is it that black men can date across the entire color spectrum effortlessly without even trying to? Listen, I was in the grocery store the other day and a young white kid, I saw him looking at me. This hasn't happened just once. I saw him looking at me and his mom said, go ahead. And he wanted to just come touch me, right? This is how
Yeah,
black men
because
are,
you're
hold on.
wondrous. You're
This is how
black.
black men are reverenced. You guys aren't. People from other
Yes,
races
I
aren't.
am.
People from other races aren't coming in droves to marry black women. They're not. Listen, your men aren't coming in droves to marry you, and people from other races aren't coming in to marry you. You disagree with that?
No, not per se,
Well,
but
there's a
with the
problem,
caveat,
sweetie. There's a
let
problem.
me explain myself. I
BJ,
don't disagree. Oh, see, this is why we're so angry, because look at
there's
how you
5
treat us.
people
You
up here,
cut
and
me
2
off. You
people
don't care
can't
about
sit
what
here
I'm
and have
talking
a
about.
monologue. Go ahead, BJ. What's your thoughts, brother?
The
Is
patience
this
it takes to deal
is
with
the
me.
world lying on black women, BJ?
No, I don't think they are. I think that
You guys are so hard to love.
That's what Farrakhan
okay.
said.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
Let me go
And
ahead,
he
BJ.
wasn't lying. You guys
right.
are.
I'm going to say this. I do believe that our women have a attitude problem. I think that a lot of our women are incredibly aggressive and have a very strong sense of entitlement where they feel justified in the way that they respond.
He said
And
incredibly
then,
aggressive. Now,
yeah,
damn.
incredibly aggressive. Yeah. And I think that they feel justified in that. And you've got women, there's a panel going on right now where the women are arguing to abort all male black babies. That's a panel happening right now. So if you don't think that there's a problem with aggression, do you know that the that black children are the most abused children in the entire country? In the entire country, they get
One second, BJ.
overwhelmingly
1 second,
abused by their
BJ.
mother.
Dove, I want to ask you: do you believe that, or do you believe that, or no? That black children are most abused children? Do you believe that, or no?
Absolutely. Black children are the most vulnerable children. Yeah,
Okay,
I believe
what
it.
percentage of black children live with the mother?
I don't know, the majority.
Yeah, sweetie, are you listening to you?
Are you listening to me?
Go ahead, BJ.
Because
Yeah. So I would say that our women do have a problem with aggression. They do have a problem with what they feel is righteous anger. A lot of them are incredibly bitter to the extent that they are murderous.
Hey, we got to
And
watch the language, BJ. Hey,
yeah, and they
people
can't.
down in the comments, I need you guys to drop fruits for me, please, so they don't come at the channel. Drop fruits down. I don't care if it's apples, oranges, or whatever.
And they can't do it to the men, so they threaten to do it to the children, and they're doing it to
Yep.
the children that they have, that the ones that are already here, and they're doing it to the ones that they would have. And a lot of them believe that this is an accountability issue amongst men for why the women are in this position, as if the women aren't actively arguing for the behavior and the mindset that leads to the outcome. You can't say that you sexually liberated and that your body count don't matter and you can screw whoever you want, then turn around and complain about men cheating on you,
Right.
and then turn around and complain about somebody impregnating you and walking off. You can't advocate for the behavior that leads to children in non-committal situations outside of established families. And then when you end up with no commitment and no family established after you get pregnant, turn around and blame men, especially when the people you are arguing the most against for this behavior are men. You don't get to do both. And so, because you can't have both arguments, and a lot of you guys don't have the sense that God gave a bird, if we put your brain in the head of a bird, it will fly backwards. Because a lot of you ladies obviously can't see the connection between pushing promiscuity culture and ending up as a baby mama. As obvious as a thing as you would think that is, you got a whole bunch of women that argue about their liberation, moving immodestly, moving promiscuously, and saying that the reason that we don't want you to do it is because we want to control you. And meanwhile, you're pushing stuff and then you're getting pregnant by men who don't want nothing from you. And then the children grow up and they pay the price.
Yep.
And then you complain about the type of men that come out of situations with women who think like this, where they're being raised without fathers. And you say, well, you should step up and be a father. If you don't deal with men who want to be husbands and fathers and are looking for marriage, right, then you're not going to get a guy like that off of sleeping with somebody with some face tattoos.
It's you that is doing this. Give me a second, BJ. Shout out to Dove over here supporting the show, rocking out. Let me talk to Green Eyes before. Green Eyes been gone. Shout out to my brother Ether over here, dropping bombs over here on TikTok, rocking out with us as usual. Respect to Dove over here supporting the show. Are you listening to me or listening just to argue? Thought you didn't like that, Prince. I got you. Shout out to my brother Lovelace over here rocking out with us. Good evening, Mr. Prince. To all the day ones, Lovelace is definitely in the house. Dropping bombs, that's my brother right there. For sure. Okay, soft spoken, tell me how your night is going.
Hello, how are you? It's going good.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm coming right back to you, all right? Miss Met.
What's up, Stacey?
We got to drop bombs. This is Miss Met. That's my day one right there. Up in this mother. My girl, how you feeling, sweetie? How's your night going?
I'm feeling pretty good. I just want to say that.
Give me a second. I got to go to BJ. I'm definitely coming to you. BJ, go ahead and finish up.
Yeah, I was only saying that it's obvious to any man who has sense why these situations are occurring. And it's very obvious to me that women have a totally different understanding of what the words accountability and responsibility mean. Stacey, this is something you ought to do on your show. You should have the women explain to you what they think accountability is, responsibility is, and hear their definition. It will shock you.
Yeah, I could go for that.
It'll be word salad.
Look, it'll be something like this. But what about the men?
Yeah, you can discuss it. What do you think the word accountability means? What do you think that word describes? What do you think the word responsibility means? What does that word describe? And if you listen to the responses you get from women, it will shock you that this is the word salad, the potpourri of yapping that you will hear if you ask questions like that to women. And then you'll come to the conclusion that I've come to. It's no wonder that a lot of them are ending up in a position that they're in. They need to be under the covering of a man.
I agree. Hey, I'm coming in the full swing. I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes to make sure I get everybody. Miss Brown.
Hey.
Tell me what you disagree with. Tell me what you've heard that does not meet the bar of logic. But I want to you never I don't know. Maybe we weren't able to understand you. I don't think that you ever truly gave us what we could comprehend on when I asked you to name something, a negative stereotype that is said about African American women by society that is not true. What was your thoughts on that?
I don't have a thought on that. I don't. There isn't anything that I agree with in terms of somebody mentioned that black women are angry. That's not true. Not in my circle anyway.
But
That's
the
not
world
true.
is bigger than your circle, right? See,
But
that's
when
what
you
I'm
say
saying.
the world,
It's difficult for us to talk to you guys. I'm being honest. It's almost like talking to children. You should know that I wasn't talking about the 32 people that you know. If you know 32 people, we're talking about a broad generalization of African American. Okay, so let me ask you something. When we
your
hear,
statement
hold
was
on, hold
very
on, hold on, hold
broad.
on, no, no, no. When we hear that someone went to a church and did this, when we hear that someone went to a school and did this, sweetie, please talk to me like I'm an adult. What color typically are they?
I have no idea.
Who was that? Soft spoken. You been listening to the conversation?
Yeah, a little bit, yes.
So let me ask you this: do you believe that? And I'm going to leave this alone. I don't even want you to respond. I want to show you how disingenuous your conversation is being. You won't even tell us what the color typically is of people who, pop schools up and pop churches up. The Japanese, the Chinese, they're black. See, this is what I'm saying. That's why I'm letting you know we can't have a conversation with you. But soft spoken, my question to you is this. You're on the verge of being married, right? Good man?
Amazing.
See, and this is what we're telling you. Amazing women can get amazing men. And I'm going to tell you this, speaking from a man, and I can almost speak for BJ. If she hadn't have got him, one was coming. One was coming. She has the dating cash to pull it off. Dating cash is being nice, not being allergic to smiling, feminine. That's dating cash, and you can purchase a good husband with it. You guys make it seem like all you guys are multimillionaires and billionaires as it pertains to dating cash. Fit, feminine, friendly, right? Nice. But you're being picked on. Men are intentionally walking by you. And what we're telling you is that's a lie. It has something to do with you. Soft spoken, let me ask you this. Do you believe that it's a lie that African American men are prone to gang banging and taking each other's lives?
A lie.
You don't think that African American men take each other's lives?
They do.
Exactly. Okay. Now, I did that on purpose so that you can see she's not being biased. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Do you believe that it is true that African American women are hard to deal with?
You asking me?
Yes.
Yes. Otherwise, my man will be with his own.
She has a black man. You hear what she said? Studies show that the majority of all races typically stay within the confines of their races. It shows that we desire to. So if we're not, why is that? Why is that? Miss Matt. Oh, hold on. Soft spoken. Did you have anything to add on your own?
No, I was just saying, that if you're a good woman, like I always say, nurturing, caring, you listen to your man, you're gonna find a good one, and just work really hard. Because man, like I said, if my man, if my man is your color, he's 6'2", and he put a 6-figure ring on my finger. I didn't even ask him. I didn't even know, but I mean, he loves me because he says that I make sure that I take good care of him. I do. I love him. So
we gotta
I
stop this
listen.
then. We gotta stop lying like, oh, we just being picked. Shout out to my hometown PM down there in this situation. My brother, much love. I think it sounds childish when we try to push it off and, no, we're being picked on. They just don't like us because of our dark skin. It's childish. What were you saying, soft spoken?
I listen to him. You know, he corrects me a lot because I'm not very savvy in this world. So he corrects me a lot, and I just listen to him. It's not because he's trying to like dominate me, but trying to teach me how to be a better woman for him, so that way we can last a lifetime.
Right. Right. Miss Matt.
Well, I have a question. Why are we black women, and it's hard for me to admit this, so out of touch with our human side? We are so out of touch. We make a mockery of our men when they express how they feel about that condition.
Very good point. Very, very good point. I want you guys to hear that again.
How she just expressed about being loving and caring and concerned and considerate about her man. That's human. But
Listen, Miss
what
Matt said, why is there an issue when black men display their feelings about what's going on with our women? That's a hell of a question.
why are we so out of touch with being humane? And it's not just in regards to our men, it's even to our children, or even how express of how that where's the disconnect there? That's the question.
That's the question.
It's a disconnect of us 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 acting like human beings, being in touch with, because we talk to our women, they always talk about a man and money and always about money and money and money. Two things about always about two things: money and dick, money and dick. But when you ask them about character,
Come on now.
okay, about being loving and kind and nurturing and considerate, ask them about the fruits of the spirit. They can't never make no contact with those with
Right.
that type of verbiage.
A
You
man, a
understand?
man who come up and he is secure in his faith and he really do have a relationship with God, she don't want him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're not on the same level.
But this the thing though. They say that's what they want, but that's not what you are. They always talking about themselves and connecting about. It's always me, 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 me. Like we in some kind of me, 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 me. I just don't understand how we've gotten so disconnected from. I'm not gonna go into all this stuff about God, but where's your human side?
Right. Right. I agree. Uh, Z ZF, what's going on, good brother?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Prince?
Man, I keep on telling you, man, this thing over here is amazing, man. Like my brother BJ said, man, I'm nothing but net. I can't seem to miss over here, man. How about yourself, brother?
Oh man, life is good. I'm sipping on a little bit of scotch.
I knew you was about to say that.
Packing for a family trip, taking my mom, my wife, and my daughter on a trip. A little family thing, and but you know why I'm up here. The likes are low. There's almost 100 people in here,
and we've been up here for 2 hours.
See what I'm saying? So that's the main reason I come up.
Swade Houston. Wade Houston said, find your happiness where you can find it. We have much work to do and many a generational cycle to reverse once and for all. I agree. Go ahead, Zia.
So right now there's 93 people in here, and now it's 95. The likes are low. We only, out of all these people, we only have 8 shares. You know what I mean? So like and share the show. The show barely hit the algorithm. The show don't even hit the algorithm till 10,000.
Right.
I know people that don't start their show till they get to 10,000, and the show been up here. The show been up here going for 2 hours. Come on, man.
Y'all know he ain't playing. Should nobody have to prompt you? A show that you're enjoying, should nobody have to prompt you to support it? Just takes a tap or a share.
Come on, like the screen tapping and the shares are free. I don't come up here and ask y'all for money or none of that. If you want to give the host and the panelists, that's cool. They appreciate it. I promise you they do. But this show should have minimum 120 people in here just off likes and shares alone.
100%.
So we're okay, Miss Rhode Island, where the square where Stacey Prince is up in the left-hand corner, Just tap it, and the heart start flowing up. That's all you got to do.
Dove.
But I know you got something to ask me, so go ahead.
No, listen. So is everybody lying? Is everybody lying on black women? Are black women actually very
No.
feminine and actually very fit and just nice and easy to get along with? But the world is telling damn lies.
Well, I mean, if you call getting your cheeks clapped in cars with no tent while people record and walking around the rodeo with your butt cheeks out feminine, then that's what yeah, okay, then they feminine as hell.
Man, I was so embarrassed by that. Man, I didn't even go, but I was so embarrassed. It's hurtful, man. It's hurtful, man. Because they are a reflection of us.
This is the thing, though. I was told the day that women have always been inappropriate. They've always been naked. To me, it's like Stacey. When you have a conversation with them about reality, it's like they always got their damn head in the sand like an ostrich.
Right, I agree.
You know, it's like, are you paying attention to what's going around? That women are walking around like corn stars outside in front of children. Like, do you understand that it hasn't all? Yeah, women have always been inappropriate, but the reality is that women are walking around as if they are some kind of strippers, and that's normal. And that's always been like that.
They're normalizing it in our community.
What world are we living in where you all don't have a, I grew up in a time where you're not supposed to be uncovering your parents' nakedness. You heard as a child, right? Or uncovering people's nakedness. But the thing now with our women is they said, well, that's always been, what's wrong with it? And when I brought up about okay, the mayor and the police chief in Daytona said he don't want your ass back there for the Black Beach.
That's crazy. That's getting listen. What they call it, Carnival Cruise. Like everywhere you go, you get jammed, you get in trouble, and that's actually what tonight's show is about.
So this is the thing. The mayor of the Daytona and the police chief say they ass back there for no spring break no more. He don't have a problem with the Bikers Week. He have a problem with anybody else, but he don't want y'all bringing y'all black ass back to Daytona.
Dove.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you disagree with. I know we all up here just telling the lies and you got the truth. Give us the truth, Dove.
Friends, I am so angry right now.
Why are you doing me like this? Why are you upset at me, Dove?
Because how you do me. And how you do me goes into like, you think I come on this show. Well, I'll be honest. I do come on this show to talk to you because I like you. But the main reason I come on this show is because, like, there is something happening right now where you got, like, yeah, you guys, you included, Prince, are spreading this vitriol in our community.
Let me interrupt you really quick.
It's affecting our youth.
Okay, let me interrupt you really quick. I'm going to give it right back to you. I just want to put this on your mind before you proceed. Miss Met is up here. She's African American too. And Green Eyes was up here. She's African. So do you believe that black women, are banding together with black men to lie on black women?
No. But now keep in mind, I'm biased. I'm a black woman. So anytime a black woman speaks, I shut my fucking mouth and I listen. I'll argue with you, but I'm not going to argue with a black woman, especially not one
sweetie,
who's
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying these are black women. They love black people. They love being black. They love themselves. You think they're just coming up here to make up things about black women that aren't true? And they are black women?
No.
Okay, so there has to be some merit to what is being said, Dove.
There is some merit. There is. I've been saying that from jump. That there is some merit to it. Did I not say that? Somebody rewind it.
Okay, Dove, listen. Let's leave away from the angry thing. Outside of that you said, name me a negative stereotype that has been placed upon African American women that is not true.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
You guys are so hard to love, Prince. Why are you disrespecting me in my face? Like, do you know who you're talking to?
Talk to me,
And then
Dove.
this is the
Answer my
thing.
question. Answer my question.
Well, how about you listen to me for 5 seconds? Are
No,
you
you
even
answer my
capable of that?
question is what you do.
All right, bet. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna answer your question. No, whoever set that, pipe down.
She's not
I'm
gonna
gonna
do it.
answer your question because if I do anything other than that, you're gonna call
Dove,
me
sweetie, why don't
angry.
you just see? Because you're buying time to think, right? Answer.
No, I'm not.
I'll give you a little
Let
bit
me
more time.
answer.
I'll do it like this. Dove, name me a negative stereotype outside of the one you attempted to name. You said they're not angry. Okay, we'll just act like that doesn't exist. Name me a negative stereotype that society pushes upon African American women that is not true.
That black women are not desirable.
Sweetie,
I said it.
black women have been ranked the most
They said
undesirable group of women on the entire planet to date. Not, and
Prince.
listen, not in Texas, not in Indiana, on the entire planet. You can't get the
Okay,
attention of your men.
we can talk about that, Prince, but like, babe, I need you to protect me right now. Whatever woman is like trying to
No,
talk
don't
over me,
worry.
I don't
No,
even
no,
know
no.
who
You
this.
worry about what I'm
No,
saying to
I'm
you.
worried
Don't,
about it, and
no, no.
honestly, you need
Hey,
to
Dove,
protect
stop
her.
it. You
You need
know
to
better.
protect me
Stop
from
it. I
her.
said
No,
stop it.
tell her to stop. No, tell her to stop.
Cuddy, talk to me, Cuddy.
Protect her from what?
Uh,
The truth knocking her upside the head.
Cuddy, what's your thoughts, man, on what you're hearing?
Hey, Big Stace,
What's going on, brother?
Zach, brother.
All right, man. I appreciate you coming up, rocking out with us, man. You know that.
Always, man. I appreciate you. And ladies, thank you for the interaction. Brown, it was still nice chatting with you. I'm going to give you a small piece of advice. And I know the worst advice is unsolicited advice, okay? So I apologize for that. But whenever you are speaking to somebody and they're explaining something to you, I try to. I try to repeat back in some form what they said. And that way they feel heard and feel understood. And I do that before I move on to my point so that I can make sure that they aren't talking to me in vain. You know, because just because you understand somebody doesn't mean you agree with them. You don't have to understand another person. You don't have to agree with another person to understand.
I
That
agree.
is my small piece of advice. I hope you receive it in the spirit it was given, and I wish you guys the best. Thank you for having me up.
I appreciate you, my guy.
Good to see you always.
All right, so back to these likes. We only got 4,000 likes from 90 people. Look here, tap the screen. We should be at 25,000. If y'all ain't gonna tap the screen, I'm gonna turn the comments off. Y'all know I'm gonna do it. If we ain't at 25,000 in the next 5 minutes, the comments go off.
Everybody, that's your question, Stacey. So everybody telling the same lie on black women.
Yes, I think that's unfortunate that you guys are even allowing people, because there's this is 3 platforms we're on up here, that you're even allowing multiples of different people to hear you, that you believe that the world is lying. That's like a type of disrespect to your brand and image alone. Like, you don't even want anybody to believe that you believe the world is just lying on you because listen, they're not lying on black men. Black men are taking each other's lives at a rate that I'm beyond disappointed in. And if I hear somebody say it, it might make me feel some type of way, but I'm not going to allow that to take me into a land of delusion to where I don't know. Yeah, mental illness. It's mental illness. It's mental illness. Listen, I got to drop some people up off of here. Cuddy, you got anything else for me?
I just want to say
I
this,
think
and I'm
Cuddy
gonna
Benton took a nap on us.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go to the comments. The lady just said it means that since they talk about you. So let me say something. The world does not see us as individuals. The world sees us as a collective representation. as a black woman myself who lives in Florida, I'm pretty sure the mayor's not lying about, like I say, that debauchery, that degradation they had going on Daytona this weekend. He not lying. The mayor and the chief are not lying.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, so they not lying. I live in Florida. Okay, so the world does not see us as individuals. Y'all got to, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna say what I say. Y'all got to get y'all head out the damn sand about reality. Treat that mental illness you got in your head about the reality of how the world sees us. Yeah, it's embarrassing the way y'all walk around here like y'all don't see our condition as black women. It gets to be embarrassing. It's frustrating, and it represents you to have some type of mental condition when you don't want to deal in reality about how we are viewed, how we are seen, and how that's passing over to another generation of young people.
I agree.
So thank you for letting me come up, Stacey.
I appreciate you, sweetie. I appreciate you as always. Okay, Miss Brown, let's get to this thing. State your position.
Hey.
State your
Hi.
position. Let us know where we don't see eye to eye.
What topic are you referring to now?
The entire
the
on its
topic,
entirety. You still haven't named anything. Like, let's get away from the angry thing because you guys aren't going to admit that. Name me something that society, a negative connotation that society places upon African American women that is not true.
I already named one, which was around the anger.
Let's get away from that. Let's get away from that. Let's just get away from that.
But that's the only one that I can think of.
Well, okay, well, that's bad by itself. If that's the only one you could think of, out of all of the things that people say about African American women, that's bad. So I'm glad you said that. If out of all of the multiple children by multiple men, out of all how many of you are having trouble finding out who the father of your children is, right? Out of all of these things, if you can only name one that's not true, then that I don't even have to say anything else, man. I don't have to say anything else. Do you believe that African American, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 meaning very desirable, how desirable are African American women in society that men just want to marry them?
I don't live in the States. I don't know what the structure is out there.
So you don't know anything about, like, you don't know how desirable black women are? I mean,
black women are desirable. White women are desirable. Mexican women are desirable. All women are desirable. Depends.
You got to go. I can't keep doing this dumb shit.
All women are not desirable, goddamn.
That's a man. That man is going through hell in that house. I don't care what she says. That man's going through it. They may be married, but that man going through it. Shout out to Rutherford in this situation. Let me read a couple of these super chats. Darling Dove in the building says, only a black man will respond to someone coming for a black woman by muting the black woman. Pathetic. Be a man and provide a safe space. What the F? Well, that was a black woman that you associated was coming for you. Right? Telling nothing but the truth. Why would I intervene upon the truth? Dove, why? Why would I do such a thing? Dove said before, we've already read this, are you listening to me or listening just to argue? Thought you didn't like that, Prince.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Dead man! Dead man walking!
If you want your super chat read out loud on YouTube, if you want your comment read out loud, attach it to a super chat. I don't care if it's $1.99. I don't care what it is. We are only reading the comments that come with the super chats.
See, why is it on the black men as a collective to provide a safe space for random black women when the job is really for a husband to provide a safe space for his wife?
Yep. Apostle Michael.
Yeah, brother. Good night. Good night.
Hey, tell me how your night is going.
Going cool and easy. I'm enjoying your program because I think your topic is very, very strong and powerful, and it sends a strong direction that our women are dysfunctional, and they are dysfunctional. I can tell you that.
I think it's really bad when you're dysfunctional and either don't know that you're dysfunctional or won't admit it. That's probably, I'll say, not owning up to it is worse than being dysfunctional itself. Because if you're dysfunctional and you will own up to it, then now we can start getting towards the fixing problem, right? But if you're dysfunctional and you're acting like you're not, then nothing's going to ever get fixed.
Exactly.
Let me see something here.
I want to add to what you're saying because yesterday I was on Google and I did a research on African women and they're saying 49% of African women in America, this is 49% of African women are not desirable and they are not able to own marriage or be in a safe relationship. Um, and so that is worrying. When I see that, I mean that's not proud information for me to be proud about my African sisters. And I think that is something morally or spiritually wrong that they gotta fix. Spiritually, morally wrong. 49%. I was blown away, man.
Yeah, that's bad. We know it's a little bit more than that. It's conservative, you know.
That's what.
Give me a
That's
second.
the science. That's the science.
Let me see something real quick. Let me see something. I don't know why this happens anytime I get ready to bring somebody up. Pressed. Soft spoken. You got anything else for me?
No, I just think it's that a lot of us, a lot of women, we need to admit when we're wrong. And even you answer, I mean, asking questions, and a lot of uh, women don't answer correctly because they don't want to hear the truth.
Right.
It's like defending. It's not okay. It's like
Yeah.
just admit when you're wrong, and I think just by admitting it, your life would be just a whole lot better.
I agree. It's very disappointing. But I mean, then you got to also ascertain what caliber of individual you're talking to. Once you figure that out, then you'll know whether or not you should proceed on talking or just because not everybody's going to receive it. But I appreciate you coming up as usual, sweetie.
Thank you.
What's that? Look, Rhode Island. Listen, if you guys want, listen, look down there at Rhode Island's usual conversation and you'll see everything that we're saying. She spews her venom down there, but she'll never come up. And that's what I'm saying. That's what everybody says about this color of a woman. Let me see. Who is this? Miss Rhode Island.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how your
Looks
night
like
is
I
going.
fooled you on that one, didn't I, bruh? Here I am. What you gotta say? What you gotta say?
Well, first I want to ask you how your night's going.
Huh?
First, I want to ask you how your night is going.
Well, I do have like a 1 o'clock limit, so that's why I didn't want to get on because I know, I can, be on longer. But anyway, my night's going good. How about yours?
Life is amazing. Tell me what we have wrong.
Huh?
Tell me what we have wrong up here that's being said that is not accurate, or what do I have wrong?
Here's what I see the problem as. I see the problem as no support for the black woman at all. It's like since I entered onto your live, all that I hear is badgering the black woman. You beat her down so much.
Kick her ass, don't I?
You beat the shit out of her, man. I mean, like master.
Never talk to me like that again. You hear me? Huh?
Your sister, you're beating down your daughters.
Kicking their
Beating
ass.
down. Hold on, bro. You're beating down your sisters. You're beating down your daughters. You're beating down your mother when you speak of black women.
That's foolishness of black women. That you guys do that. Listen, we're not talking about amazing. See, you like to say, but you're talking about your mother. No, if my mom is behaving up to par, no, she's not in that bull crap with you guys. Listen,
Okay, so
we don't throw
no,
Jeffrey. Hold on, stop. We don't throw Jeffrey Dahmer in there with the entire conversation of whites. See, you guys do that to try to shame us out of placing blame on you. Well, your mom is black. I don't give a damn. If my mom robs banks, she's a piece of shit. How about that? How about that? If my mom is walking around here living in the direct opposite of what the Lord our God, Jehovah, commands us to, my mom is a wayward spirit. If my mom is out there on Figueroa right now, my mama is a hoe. Now what? Now, hold on. Let's go a step further. If my daughter's gorgeous. If she's out there on them streets right now, she's a hoe. Now what? See, I am a man of logic and truth. You desire to hear things that support what your ears want to hear. But see, men, we are problem solvers, and we cannot solve problems by desiring to hear. The scriptures speak of that too. It speaks of a group of people who have itching ears, and they go to and fro desiring to hear the next popular thing. That's not us. We're fixers over here. Now, my question to you is this. Name a negative stereotype that society has placed upon African American women that is not true.
That we are irresponsible.
Who the hell is running around saying, oh my God. So you're telling me that that's what the world is saying? Hold on. No, there's no hold on. There's no hold on. No, I can. This is my show.
You welcomed me onto your panel. You asked me a question.
ZF, is that the thing that you hear people complaining about black women being irresponsible?
No.
Do you see how disingenuous these people are? Well, they say we pick our toes too much. That's not what people are saying. That's not what they're saying. Now, I'm going to come back to you, Miss Rhode Island. I want to hear what you... Listen, I want you to be genuine. Unmute yourself. I need you to unmute yourself. I need you to be honest. Matter of fact, with you, I'll have to say this. Name me 2 things that society is complaining about black women. Miss Rhode Island, unmute yourself. Tap your microphone. Rhode Island, you got to tap the microphone. Yeah. I need so we can get on the same page. Do you agree that African American men take each other's lives more than they should?
I believe this is what I truly believe.
Sweetheart, I'm asking you a direct question. It's like,
and
see,
I'm answering your question.
Do you believe that African American men are taking each other's lives?
Right, Stacy.
I don't believe this shit. It's a yes or no, ma'am. It's a yes or no.
I know how to answer.
No, I need a yes. Well, no, I can't. I won't have you up here. If you're a child, you don't need to be up here.
Well, then that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
A fucking child, man. Look at that woman's age. Look at that woman's age, and she's a child up here. Game time. Shout out to my brother. Come up here and start some stuff.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Man, how's your night been, man?
Going pretty good. Got some work done. I was watching the show. They're entertained as usual.
Hey, man, it's always good to get some work done, brother. That's always a good thing.
I do got something for you though.
Talk to me.
I do think that so they say that black women are more hypersexual and promiscuous more than any other race, and I think that's not true.
So why do we have more instances where we don't know who the father of our children are than any other race?
I think it's because we're the most loudest ones. I think that happens a lot too in the Caucasian community as well. Because I think I could be wrong, but I think
why are their children turning out better than ours then?
I don't think they're turning out better than ours.
What?
I don't think that they're turning out better than ours.
Hold on, bro. So what demographic of white people are gang banging and taking each other's lives, brother? Listen, we're gonna get to the nitty of this. Name me a race of offspring that behaves worse than African American women between the ages of 16 and 25, brother. Please do that for me. Asian, Latino, white, name me any demographic on the entire planet.
Caucasian women?
Okay, well, name me a cruise that doesn't want them on their ships anymore. Name me a rodeo that doesn't want them in the rodeo anymore, brother. Please do that for me.
Well, I can't. I'll give you the cruise because I have no idea about the cruise, so I'll give you that one. But the rodeo wasn't specifically black women though. It was just
Game
more.
time. Hold on, because I see him had. I want to just cultivate an area to where we can have a authentic conversation. Now, so I want to throw this out there again. You believe that white America's women are worse behaved than African American women?
Of course, I do. Did they not start the feminist movement? Not for real. Like, did
back
they not?
home to their men after they did?
Nah, they doing way
Oh
worse.
my gosh, bro. Okay. So who's typically found to be more feminine, white women or black women?
Typically found, I would have to say Caucasian women when you say it like that. Yeah.
Do
But
you know
I
how
don't.
important it is for a woman to be feminine, bro? That's like 90% of the battle.
Yeah, okay, they're feminine, but they also are very manipulative too. Let's not sit here and act like they don't take you for everything you got. Let's look at
Black women do that.
They don't do it like white women do it. Nah, no, they don't.
Listen,
You can't say that.
listen. Not only do black women do it, but when black women take us for everything we got, we also got to put up with non-feminine women taking us for everything we got. Black women are running around, bro. How are you? What are you? Hey man, hey man, you trolling me up here, man?
No, I'm speaking facts now. I'm speaking heavily facts right now because Caucasian women are, in that manner, worse than black women. Because like they take you for everything you have. They're liars.
Game time.
They're
That's game
manipulators.
time.
They're mostly liberal white women who don't care about nothing but themselves.
So that's what you're seeing out of white women. You're seeing out of white women that they treat us worse than black men. I mean black women.
They do. They do.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
Okay, an example would be that they'll sit there and act like they're all for you and for the culture and for you as a whole, but all in reality, they don't care about you at all. They're very good at misleading.
Okay, that's fine. Now I want to ask you something. I'm going to have you say this out of your own mouth. What was the downfall of Black America?
I believe that was. Dang, people hate to say when I say
I don't
this.
even want to get that broad. True or false? Black women turned their backs on black men. Do you agree that that's real?
Yeah, that's true. That's
okay,
true.
so hell. Listen,
that don't make them worse.
It don't make them what?
It don't make them worse because they never would have did that without white women.
Black men didn't do it. We saw all that. We saw. Listen, black men saw all that white men and other men of other communities were accomplishing, and that didn't make us say, "Ooh, we turned our backs on our black women." So if we didn't do it, they didn't have to do it.
But we women and men are different, are they not? So you can't say that because we are
no,
two different
bro.
types.
I'm making a point that you're suggesting. Listen, I'm saying this: if we didn't turn on them, they didn't have to turn on us.
I understand
and listen,
that, but like,
even inside of all of their bad behavior, black men still haven't left black women. How about that?
But we do love black women, but that has nothing to do with the conversation that we're actually having.
Okay, so brother, are you familiar that there was a panel of African American? There was a panel where 2 African American women were trying to convince a panel of white men to start taking the lives of black men.
No, I don't know about that one. I never heard of it.
Show me anywhere in any clip. Listen, are you aware that they used to wish death upon the late great Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
show me anywhere on the internet where black men are laughing and making a mockery of the perils of black women, or even wishing ill upon them. Anywhere, any video, anywhere.
I can pull up a freshman fit clip somewhere, and I'm pretty sure I have it.
Do it right now. I'll give you time.
Yeah, well,
okay.
All right, bro. Check this out. Time. Let me ask you a question. This is going to go back to the that you brought up to the first question. You said that black women are not anywhere. You said it's a myth. You said it's a myth that black women are hypersexual and ultra promiscuous, right?
No, what I said was
you did say that. You did say that.
I said they was the most. Like, that's not true. That
so what race is more hypersexual than them?
Okay, even better. If that's the case, how are black women having the most ABs and still having the most kids?
Having the most? You're talking about?
Hold on. Let's talk about it. If we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. If we're gonna talk about it.
You said why they having the most ABs and the most.
He said if what you're saying is true and that they're being wrongfully accused of being the most hypersexual, then how is it that since 1974 African American women have had 19 million ABs and still outweigh everybody else in bastard children?
Because they're the only ones that's actually being put down.
Oh my God.
Let him go. I need this answer. I need this answer bad.
No, that's true because.
Game time. I accidentally got him up off of here. I was trying to kick Dove up here. Dove, the next time you make a fake account, I'm going to permanently ban you from this channel. Weirdo. Hey, game time. Come on back up. I hope this is her. I'm going to permanently ban her. Yep. I dare this be Dove. Matter of fact, I know it is. And we're going to handle that like this. Douche, 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 douche. Where game time at? I kicked the wrong person off.
Hey, game time, come back up, bro. But here, that's the question though. If what they're saying about if that's not true, how are they having the most ABs and
He back up here.
Okay. So
you've had ample opportunity to study that question. What is it, game time?
So, like I was saying before, they are the most ones that's putting data on them. Okay, so Caucasian women, they may not be going to get the ABs, but they're taking all the pills. They're doing that. They're also taking all the things.
Okay, so I'm going to make you substantiate your claim. What percentage? Because you know so you can't do that.
I got you. No, I understand. I got you. I'll grab the percentage real quick.
But it doesn't even matter even if you do grab it. It just means that you were speaking, you know what I mean, just to justify a statement. What we're doing is speaking from information.
What I'm saying, but that's because I really don't care too much about the information, but I know I'm correct. So I can go look it up and find it for you.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the time to do it then.
Okay.
Right.
Show us that white women are taking more morning after pills than black. You're not going to be able to pull that data up, brother.
I can find something to prove my point.
But when you do that, that number has to make up for the discrepancy in ABs, and then pass it.
And listen,
for that not to be true.
And listen, people keep bringing up white women. I don't even condone those relationships. You know what I mean? For my own personal reasons. So you don't have to always say white women. You can say Asian women. You can say Latino women. You can say we don't always have to relegate it down to white women. We're talking about a whole sphere of women, different ethnic groups. Let me ask you this, game time. What is your motive in taking up for bad behavior?
I wasn't taking up for bad behavior. My point was that all black women are not all hypersexual, and they're not the core women doing it. That was my point. I'm not taking up for bad behavior.
But listen, as a man, do you think any logical man uses the word all? Do you think we even think that type of stuff?
Well, no, I know you don't. I know you don't. When I say all, I was just being in general, but just for the statement of it, you asked for something that was stereotypical, that was wrong about black women. That's what I was saying.
Okay, so you still haven't named it. Name me something.
I did.
What?
I said that the black women are not the most hypersexual women.
So how have they had 19 million ABs, brother? You don't listen. 19 million ABs and still close to 70% of them got multiple children, multiple men. Come on, brother.
Well, a lot of women are having ABs, and a lot of women have multiple.
Brother,
kids.
You see, I'm going to point something out to you. You know you're my guy, but you don't really have an argument because you're saying things that you can't prove. Let me see, go down here and ban Dove permanently. Dove, that's something that you should have never done. Now, let's see if you can do that now. Let me see, can I do this?
The morning after pill, they have to make up for the difference between black women and the next race, and then surpass it for it to not be true. And you really
Dove, you'll never get up here again in your life. You'll never get up here again, dumbass. You'll never get up here again.
I'll give them this. There is no data for the for the AB pills.
Yeah,
But
nobody's going around bragging on the AB pills. Yeah, I took 3 of them day before yesterday.
look, I'll give it to you. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But at the very same time, black women are 39.5% of all reported ABs, and white women are sitting at 31.9%.
But hold on,
So really,
hold on. African, what percentage of this entire nation is black women, brother? See what I'm saying? You're gonna compare them to a race of people who comprise of more than half. We're 14, black men and black women are only 14% of the population, and so we could throw 8%. We'll just say African American women make up 8% of that. You're going to compare 8% of women to what 25% of women? It's, if you don't do it per capita, it's going to seem like more. We should listen. Name me a race of women who have had 20 million ABs, brother, in the last 40 years.
Well, like I said, your point is already proven on that one, so I'll give you that one. I can't name one.
So hold on. So that means they have to be hyperexual, right?
No, because hyperexual.
How are you having all of these ABs and still have all of these, brother? Are you even really listening?
Because of the we also got to look at where we're at. We live in America, right? And we all know women are very prone to do what other women do. So if that being the case, the black women are looking at what other white women are doing. So they're just copying what they see those women do. Prime example would be like people will say like, well, black women like to take other white women's hair.
Ali, if you have something to say, come up here and say it. Don't sit back and just push out information you can't substantiate. That's weird.
So so at the point of it, you can't.
Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's just get rid of that because you're not going to concede to that. Name me something outside of that that the world says about something negative that the world says about African American women that's not true, brother. Let's just do it like that.
They're overly loud and obnoxious, especially in public.
Hey, Game Time, what's up, bro? Man, we gonna keep our relationship back, bro.
Nah,
Lord,
look.
Hey, what'd you say, ZF? Is he trolling?
I'm not, no, because man, I tend to think that.
Okay, hold on. Let's do it like this. Substantiate it. Give us some information on it, because you're just up here saying stuff, bro.
Well, I tend to think that we focus more on what we see on media and social media, but in actual real life occasions, you don't really see black women doing that all the time.
Name me a group of women who, in any race, that are more violent than African American women, brother.
More violent?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think Hispanics are more violent, the women anyway, because they will.
Why are their families more intact?
That's not. But
hold on. Why aren't their marital rates? African American women are so violent they can't even attract their own man. What are you talking about, brother?
No. We're talking about like who's the more like the violent one. Now,
violence, aggression is the same thing. Violence, aggression. We can use both of those words.
I mean, both really though. Like black men kind of like their women overly aggressive anyway. You talking about it, so that's probably why they're still doing it anyway. Like
listen,
most black men.
I want to know, brother, where is your motive coming from? Because you're not being honest. It's almost borderline lying. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I don't know. I want to know because you don't love black women more than I do. That's not the case. So, what is your motive in coming up here, relieving them of their responsibilities?
I'm not relieving them of their responsibilities. I'm just saying we're pushing a narrative to where the majority of black women are like this. So but you're more focused on black women like that. So
okay, hold on. Let's do it like this then. I'm going to back you into a corner.
Okay.
Name me any group of women in all of America who has been more oppressed and more assaulted than black women.
There isn't one.
Okay, bro. So you don't think a race of women who has been assaulted and oppressed will be fucked up?
Just because that happened doesn't mean they got to continue to be that way. So I think they learned a lot.
God,
nah, we ain't about to sit here and give them now you trying to play them like they victims.
Bro, all of the studies suggest that how we are raised is typically plays a significant role in how we turn out.
That's very interesting that you would say that, because that would mean that they had to learn some of the activity from somewhere. So they were raised.
Brother, we have been messed up in this country, brother. We have been messed up. And you wouldn't expect the most messed up group of people to be messed up?
But we're so much better than we were 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Wait, we're not? Wait. Am I missing something right here?
Hold on,
Like we're not.
Hey, listen. So, are you agreeing that you can't name any group of women who have been through more than what African American women have been through?
Yeah, I'm agreeing. I can't name anymore.
Okay, brother. If they've been through a lot, doesn't it stand to reason that there would be some effects behind it? They're dysfunctional, just like black men are dysfunctional.
Wait.
See, Stacey, what he's doing, right? What he's doing?
We're messed up.
Okay. Stacey, here's what he's doing. He just went to I'm going to give an analogy real quick. He just went to the doctor and found out that he has, the C word, the one we all hate, right? He smoked a pack of cigarettes a day, but he's asking the doctor how he got it. That's really what he's doing. He's asking the doctor how he got it instead of dealing with the problem.
I agree.
Knowing
the problem exists for real. It's real. So listen, let me ask you this. So you believe that there's 2 black men up here just lying on black women then?
I didn't say that.
Well, where's my stance coming from? I have to be just lying or something, right?
Well, no, I don't think you're lying. I was just giving out my take about something that you said earlier. So I brought
listen, bro, listen, let me ask you this. When you run pit bulls through the ringer and put them in the box, don't they become more dysfunctional and aggressive and violent?
Yeah, because they're dogs. They're not human beings.
No, they're being trained, brother.
But they're dogs. They're also not.
It doesn't matter if they're dogs. Poodles are dogs too, but you don't see them acting like pit bulls.
If you treat them like a pit bull, they probably will. It's still a dog.
No, they won't. It's not in their nature. It's not in their breeding.
Wait, pit bulls are not dangerous by nature. Like that. That's not true either, though. They're
brother,
very
this
nice
is
dogs.
100% facts. I have raised pit bulls and had 22 at one time and was on some BS with it. Brother, there is not a dog on this planet that has the capabilities as a pit bull. Not one. Nowhere to be found. They've tried to breed them. They can't be found. There is no dog on planet Earth that has the potential of destruction of a pit bull. Nowhere on Earth. It is in the bloodline. It is their breeding.
Destruction and being overly angry or a dangerous animal.
So tell me this then. Why are black men taking each other's lives then, brother?
Honestly, man, I honestly do not know because it's crazy to me that they do that. I don't know if it's
so you think
angry.
that there's nothing wrong with us and all our needs are being met and we're just running out wiping each other out. Obama, Byron Allen, Tavis Smiley, we're just doing it.
I never said that. You kind of throwing words.
No, you got to concede to one of them. Why are black men taking each other's lives? Because all is well with us?
Well, you asked a question. I said I did not know. I never said.
Why don't you know? You know some of these other things about women. You don't know about black men. You know about black women, but you don't know about black men.
I don't know why they specifically taking each other's lives. They don't.
Do you believe that it's because all is well with us? Or do you believe because something's wrong with us?
I don't think anything is wrong with us. I think what? There's nothing wrong with black people. What the hell is going? What's going on?
Hey,
right
ZF,
now?
are you listening to this shit, man?
What's wrong with us? Like you act like we can't have actual like brain power, mental capability to do the right things. Like there are plenty of black people.
Lord have mercy, man.
See, nothing wrong with us.
He's talking. He's answering. He's answering what's wrong with us with the potential that we have. That's not it. Bro, and if you are a black man in this country, something is wrong with you.
Something is wrong with you 100%. If you are a black man in America, you have been oppressed, you have been marked and ridiculed, and you have been suppressed. You don't even listen. If you are a black man watch this. Name me something that white America has done to show black Americans that we love you and will protect you.
Gave him 40 acres and a mule.
Yeah, I'll wait for that. Listen, brother. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, brother. We live in a country that hates us. You don't think there's nothing wrong with us? No, you don't think there's nothing wrong with us looking on TV and seeing somebody who looks the same color as us get 30 times? You don't think that affects us? You really don't think there's nothing wrong with us? You don't think there's nothing wrong with me, man?
No, actually, I'm not. I don't think so. You come on here, you do your show, you communicate very well. You have a what you talking about?
I'm fucked up. Are you serious?
No, you're not. You're not.
Bro,
We ain't gonna sit here and act like that you
Bro, I've
messed
been
up.
to
That's not.
prison twice.
So what? And what that mean? You make some mistakes, get better, learn, grow. What's the problem?
bro, I can promise you there's something wrong with Stacy, just like I can promise you there's something wrong with me.
Look,
Hey, ZF, you remember when G.I. Joe used to go off, the cartoon G.I. Joe used to go off, and they would say, knowing is half the battle.
See what I'm saying? I like check this out, right? I drive 1 hour each way to go see my therapist just because he's a black man. Right? And he is literally the closest one to me. I can find a black woman therapist 5 minutes from here.
They outnumber us 3-1.
5 minutes from my house. 5 minutes from my house, I can find a black woman therapist. I drive an hour each way to see a black male therapist because he understands what it is to be a black man.
100%. 100%. Listen, I made sure I got me an Asian guy.
If you really think that there's nothing wrong with me, you are out of your fucking mind because I'm out of my fucking mind.
Hey, listen, check this out, ZF. I caught myself a couple times at the grocery store. You know, somebody would be, I got something to do, and I noticed how much quicker black people are to get irritated than other people. I've caught it in myself several times, and it made me think, hey, man, like listen, we don't really play. We're short-tempered now. Let somebody do something in traffic. We act differently than other people do. I beat your mother. We do that stuff. We do that stuff, man. You disagree with that tag game time?
I've seen people do that. That's not.
I'm not saying no one else does it. I'm telling you, it's our go-to. It's our go-to. We don't really have problem-solving skills like that. Our problem-solving skills is to tell somebody we'll beat your motherfucking ass.
I'll give you that one. I do that sometimes too. I have to catch myself and learn to not do it no more.
Hey,
but that's the
call
thing,
him
though.
a bitch. Bitch, I beat your mother. We do that stuff, bro.
Not all of us. Only a certain sector of us do.
Our
stuff
women
like that.
do it. Our women do it. So, bro, okay, so if there's nothing wrong, hey, Dove, you'll never get back up here. You'll never get back up here. You'll have to pay $25 to even be heard up here again. So, I don't know what you think this is accomplishing.
100. 25 ain't big enough. 100. But she want to kick down 100 every time she want to come up.
Okay, who is that? The Blue Texan? The Blue Texan said I'm going to sell out? Well, come up here. Prove it. Watch him not come up. Come up here, Blue Texan. There's a link down there. All you got to do is click it. Come up here and substantiate your point that I'm going to sell out. Says, don't talk crap about black women. Brother, do you understand that that's how we're messed up? That's how we're messed up, man. That when people, even other black people, lay accusations against us, we don't like it. Well, how the hell can you get better? Boy,
that's
this
like
is a sick race.
Finding out you got a terminal disease and asking how the Dodgers is doing. What the fuck? Man, I'm tired of you niggas, man.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts. I ain't gonna lie, it's nuts. And we will never get back. So listen. Let me ask you this. Then there's nothing wrong with us then, right?
You asking me that? Or you just... Oh, I ain't know. No, I stand on my statement. I don't think there's anything wrong with black people. I don't.
Brother, if you say that there's nothing wrong with us, then you have to justify why we're seeing doing some of the things we do. Now you're actually making us to be a real effed up people. See, mine's at least gives us a partial excuse that there's something wrong with us. But if you say that there's nothing, hold on. If you say that there's nothing wrong with us, and yet and still we're still walking up behind each other with that thing in broad daylight, then brother, you're making us seem way more messed up than I'm making us seem.
Well,
if nothing is wrong, listen, if nothing is wrong with us and our women are out there looking like they're looking, gluing other people's hair in their heads, different races of people's. You know, the thing about white women, when they wear hair weave, at least it resembles their own true texture of hair. Our women are going through an identity crisis. Because you got African American women whose hair typically grow from a afro or something like that perspective, got Asian women hair in their head, man. You don't think there's nothing wrong
Well,
with that?
I do think there's something wrong with that one because I don't like it too much anyway. It's cool sometimes, but it doesn't matter. But my point about that is like, well, they can't do it because they can't pull it off like women can. So that's one thing. And as far as like why the black men are unaliving each other in that rate, I guess you can also see like where they're at. So it's almost like you're focusing on mostly inner cities or like Chicago or New York or sometimes maybe LA. But every state isn't like that with black people in it. So it's almost like you're picking and choosing which states and what problems you want
Brother,
to
there is not a state. There is not a state. There is nowhere. There is no state in America where black people aren't messed up. There's not one.
Nah, man. I can't sit here
Look at Jasmine
you say,
Crockett. This woman went to private schools and she's messed up.
how was she messed
They
up?
not like us. They not like us. Have you ever in your life seen anybody on Capitol Hill making damn movie videos up in Capitol Hill?
No, I haven't. But then again, people are different. So like I said, we are all human beings, so we can change and do different things. Just because she did something different don't make her messed up. I don't think she's messed up. I don't agree with her takes or her views or anything like that. But I'm not going to sit here and say like she's a messed up individual.
Hey, well, hey, check this out then, bro.
Really?
We're not. Hey, there's nothing wrong with us then. There's nothing wrong with us.
Okay, so
there you go.
Jasmine
That wasn't too hard.
was not. Hold on, game time. Hold on. Jasmine Crockett was not raised the way that she acts. She adopted that.
How you know that though? How you know that though? Like, were
Because
you there?
Jasmine Crockett comes from a prominent background. The girl went to private school.
So what? So what, y'all? But you wasn't there to sit there and watch how she was raised 24/7, so you don't know.
Hey,
that.
listen, game time. Why are you up here doing this, man? It's like you just pushing against, bro. It's like you just pushing against just to push against, bro.
I'm not, because he's saying something that he doesn't really have actual proof over. Nah, you can't say. But how can you say that though? How can you?
He can say that because you're not able to prove any of the things you're saying. You don't have any stats or anything to back up what you're saying. He's been coming from a place of stats. He's been coming from a place of research, and so have I. You haven't. You just been talking.
Nah. You can't tell me how she was raised if you wasn't there.
You can look it up. She went to a private school, brother. That woman come from. She did not listen. Jasmine Crockett was not raised from a hood environment, bro.
So why do other races of women act like black people sometimes that are raised in hood environments?
You know what I like to tell people? Have you ever noticed that white people, they like some of the things that black people do? So they'll get close enough to the fire, but they won't get close enough to the fire to where it burns them. They know when to pull back on black. Listen, they know when to pull back on black people.
Man, these white girls be going crazy. Get out of here, bro. Like, they be wilding off. Like, no, they don't do that. They all don't do.
All right, brother. There's no win in this conversation. I see that right now.
Stacy, this is how I know.
Nah, I don't even want us to keep going with this, ZF, because this is trolling at this point, man. I don't want us to keep going with this.
But his only comeback is white women. That's how you know he's full of shit.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
They're the most other populated women out here, so it's a good example to use.
It's not when you use it. Not when you match it up for per capita. But I don't want this conversation. I think it's getting childish. You know, we just gonna agree to disagree. You got anything else up, game time?
Nah, that was it. I'm sit back and watch the show.
I appreciate you, my guy.
All right.
Hey, Stacy.
You will never come back up here.
Hey, Stacy, I'm gonna let you get back to the show. I just want to say, look, okay, we're at 28K, and y'all stop tapping. There's still 98 people in here, and nobody's tapping right now. Why is the hearts not flowing? You getting two sides. You got a back and forth. You got people coming up here stating their piece, and these likes. We got 100 people in here right now, and the likes are not flowing. I sat here and watched for 5 minutes, not one like. Y'all are on some bullshit. So with 100 people, if we're not at 50K in 15 minutes, if the show lasts that long, but
yeah, we show about over now.
Stacy getting annoyed because y'all, but bro, 28,000 likes with 100 people in here, that is horrible. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what, when I get back from my family trip, I'm turning the comments off until we hit 10,000 every show. Y'all ain't doing the right thing, man. For real.
Yeah,
I don't you Ninja Watch. I don't care if you don't comment, but you could like the show. If you sitting here watching, like the show. Y'all be on some bullshit.
I think I'm about to wrap this thing up on anyway, man. And it got up under my mental. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. But hey, I'm a day after tomorrow. I'm taking off. I'll be back in a week.
You already know, my guy. And well wishes to the trip and to the missus, brother.
For sure. Thank you. Appreciate
you. Know it. You know it. Hey, there's nothing wrong with the black community. So that means that everything that white people say about us is true. We just some F-ups. And that we don't even have any legitimate reason to be doing the things that we're doing. We don't come from redlining and Jim Crow. None of that stuff has affected us. So that means you guys are a bunch of douchebags just emulating broken behavior without being broken. Don't call my phone. Why the hell does Instagram even allow people to do that dumb shit? It's crazy.
What we've got here is
I know how to
failure to communicate.
I'll block this whole account. I don't even know what this girl's account is. This dumb, stupid fuck. Let's see, where's her? Where is... there we go. I'll block every access that you have to this thing. Dumbest fucking chick on planet Earth. You'll never come back up here. And I'm gonna report your profile. Do that. Rutherford definitely over here rocking out with us. Dove, you'll never be back up here, ever. You had to pay $25 just to get back up here. All right, people, we're about to get up out of here. You know we're going to rock out again tomorrow. Jeez, I hope somebody learned something from today's show. I swear. Lord Jehovah God, please forgive me for using lewd language. Jeez, I got all the way out of my body today. Oh, hold on. So that be Dr. K down there. Shout out to my girl, Dr. K. Dr. K, you got to let a brother know that I got all these different, okay. I got you. We about to get up out of here, people. I appreciate you guys tuning in and rocking out with us. You already know what it is. Lock in tomorrow because we got a hell of a show. We're out of here.
You come at the king, you best not miss.